Greetings and salutations, friends, he asks inquisitively. I think I have managed to jury-rig a rather improvised and non-too-elegant solution. Okay, I can hear myself, that's good. This is not ideal. In fact, it's an extraordinarily uncomfortable solution for yours truly, but judging by the Streamlabs overlay and dashboard, you should be able to hear both me and the game at the moment. Okay, that should help with my volume. This is a interesting run through. I've jury-rigged and half-engineered here. Let's see. Okay, let me know if that makes my audio better. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got two sound devices. I've got one to make the audio itself, like the game, sound better and crisper, and also to separate that from the PC noises as well. So I've got that running on an external sound card. And then I've got the microphone audio device, so that I can deaden the room, etc., audio block, not audio block, noise gate, and all that stuff, running another device. The game does not handle the external sound card, so I've had to reroute around that without it, losing my microphone. So this has been an interesting experience, but it should be pseudo, sorta, kind of, in a way, functional. Right, we'll have to adjust the volume as we go. There, I've turned myself up a little bit, but I don't want to go turning that up too much. Alright, let's see. Yeah, that looks... In fact, if anything, it looks a little bit loud, honestly, but that should be okay. Right, let's get cracking with this thing, shall we then, before anything else goes terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. Let me just open up all of the other windows so that I can actually see the chat, etc. There. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. I have never seen a game not recognize a sound card before, so that is a brand new and interesting experience. Right. Last train home. It's been a trial, and it will be a trial yet again, apparently. Oh boy. Okay, let's just make sure that everything... Yep, that's registering, that's registering. Now I'm paranoid, because now I'm looking around at all of the blinking little dials and gauges and wondering
Service
what's not working.
Citizenship.
Alright, let's just get that back up again. There may be some momentary echoes, don't worry, it's entirely fine, it's as planned. Right, we're good. I think. We're good. Right, let me know if anything weird happens in the chat. I'll keep a little bit of an eye on it. But I think we're good. Alright, Alex Adamson says, shame about Andy and Lele Dev. Guess she's not coming on the ArchCast anytime soon. Unless V can work his gypsy magic, but even that has its limits. That's true. That is true. They would have been a really fun ArchCast, because I do tremendously enjoy that person's writing, but, well, the world being what the world is. Sandum also says, sorry to hear about the developer and in Lele. It was a really fun stream you did on it. I enjoyed watching streams when you enjoyed the game. I enjoyed that too, yes. And Tibor Novotny, thanks for playing the game from my homeland. Please use Czech audio and try to pronounce the names right. Well, I'll try, but no promises. I have got it on immersive voices with English text language, so I'm hoping that will be correct. Show guide. Yes, I think that would be a good idea to begin with. Difficulty commander. Meant to be placed. Okay, well, we're going to go for that. Fuel, 100%, low morale, game... Ooh, Jesus. Game ends from the crew morale is very low. It's just... 100... Sure. I mean, seeing as I have no idea what any of this does at the moment, we're just going to deal with that and see how it works. Difficulty. You can adjust the difficulty settings in the options so that the game fits your level of being a pussy. Not playstyle. Difficulty is not a playstyle. Even as somebody who has happily played horror games on easy, it's not a playstyle. It's about being a vagina.
Měla Československá legie za úkol bojovat jménem Ruska výměnou za podporu nezávislé Československé republiky. Válka si však vyžádala nesmírné ztráty na životech a hospodářský kolaps v Rusku, což zažehlo revoluci, která sesadila cara a přerostla v krvavou občanskou válku. Bolševici založili Rudou armádu, aby upevnili moc a vládu nad sjednoceným Ruskem, zatímco Bílá armáda vznikla proto, aby se Rudým postavila. Československá legie byla nyní ve velmi ošemetné pozici. Ozbrojená jednotka v cizí zemi, bez jasné příslušnosti k Rudým či Bílým. Západní hranice Ruska navíc stále ovládaly mocnosti, které založení Československa bránily. Československá prozatímní vláda proto legionářům nařídila, aby zůstali neutrální a vydali se na východ do Vladivostoku, kde se měli nalodit a plout zpátky do Evropy. Během evakuace přes transsibirskou magistrálu se však legie zapletla do ozbrojených střetů, které měly dopad na běh ruské občanské války. Nyní nás čeká příběh hry Last Train Home, fiktivního díla inspirovaného zápisky geniálního člena Československé legie a opravdového historického pramene. Příběh začíná u ambiciózního kapitána pod vedením majora Gazdíka, který vede poslední jednotku československých legionářů, která jede obrněným vlakem do Vladivostoku.
That was a mildly funny switch over to English there all of a sudden.
I have lost shit.
Gasman Joe asks, we're just wondering when you will release your Dominion 5 videos. Haven't I?
Kapitán.
Thought I had.
Treba skontrolovať vlak a môžeme vyraziť. Počul som, ako sa chválite, že budete lepší major ako ja. Nuž, uvidíme, ako vám pôjde velenie. Vezmite si čatu a vyrazte obchodovať s miestnym mlinárom, zatiaľ čo zvyšok legionárov bude strážiť vlak.
Would you strážiť vlak? Vlak is the Czechoslovak word for big box on wheels. In case you're wondering. Oh. Camera acceleration. A tremendously poor idea, video game developer.
Postarám se o to.
We shall live with it. Oh boy. Okay, can I turn that off actually? That is actually a little bit awful. No? No. Okay, well that's gonna grind my gears a little bit, but oh well. Alright, well, judging by the fact that that is on fire, I imagine that this is going to be a non-standard mission.
Mlyny sú zničené. Našťastie to vyzerá, že tu nebol nikto, kto by sa mohol zraniť. Ponáhľajte sa a pozbierajte vrecia so zásobami potravín skôr, než tiež zhoria.
Už jdu, podíváme se, co je
Food. Fud.
Ano, pane, to by šlo. A teď je to moje.
I see we have a tremendous number of women in our... Oh, pathfinding, hello.
Ano, pane.
Right, how about you do it then? The woman can't get there on her own.
Dobře, děkuji.
Vojna sa skončila, blíži sa zima. Kto so zdravým rozumom by podpálil mlyn? Musíme sa porozprávať s mlynárom. Statok nie je ďaleko. Poďme.
Well, actually, this was a pretty common tactic during the Russian Civil War. Both whites and reds would frequently burn food stores and food production facilities to the ground and then siege villages. They figured that it was easier to, you know, just siege down the cities and allow them to starve rather than needing to invade them manually, as both forces were, of course, hoarding their military might at that point in time.
Ak je tam niekto nažive, je našou povinnosťou pokúsiť sa mu pomôcť.
I don't know about that. I have heard that this game does display the Czech Legion in a rather positive light, shall we say.
Nie, pani.
We'll see.
Sme Československí legionári na ceste do Vladivostoku. Chceli sme nakúpiť zásoby vo vašom mlyne, ale keď sme prišli, bol v plameňoch. Kto to urobil?
Bolševici. Dožadovali se, abychom jim předali zásoby na zimu jménem Lenina.
That sounds like socialism, all right.
Musíme živit rodinu, říkal. A tak ho zabili. A děti taky. Vy vojáci jste všichni stejní. Umíte jenom zabíjet. Jděte pryč a nechte mě umřít v pokoji.
Jestli bolševici chtěli jídlo, proč nechali ty pytle schořet spolu s mlýnem?
O jedlo vůbec
Yeah,
nešlo.
correct. It was never about the
Dopadá,
food.
keď odmietnete spolupracovať s Červenou armádou.
Exactly. It was work with us or you starve. Simple as. It was a very effective and very brutal terror
Červení, ktorí
tactic.
zapálili túto farmu, sa nesmú dozvedieť, že sme tu. Ale nesmieme riskovať vlak. Nájdite si dobré miesto a preskúmajte kolaje pred nami.
When one village learned about the fate of another village being starved out and surrounded by the Red Army, they swiftly reconsidered any ideas of continued resistance. And again, I suppose the socialists have always been pretty good at weaponizing food. Both the promise of it and its enforced absence, should you prove to be uncooperative, of course. This is why the socialists were still trying to conquer bread in the late 1900s, when the rest of us were figuring out how to deal with obesity. Unironically, there is a book called The Conquest of Bread, which explains how the state can forcibly make it so that people have bread. Meanwhile, here in the West, we're like, we need to make people stop eating hamburgers. The Soviets, how can we ensure everybody has enough bread? America, please stop eating all the cows.
Hej, to červení zabili rodinu tej mlynárky a všetko spálili. Zaslúžia si smrť.
Poho, voják. Červená armáda sa bude zodpovedať za zločiny proti svojim krajanom. Ale nie nám.
That's an optimistic take.
A čaká nás dlhá cesta domov. Nechceme si robiť nepriateľov.
I think that's a bit late too.
Že diplomatické incidenty by mohly ohrozit naši novou republiku.
Dosť rečí.
I think that's a bit too late too.
Možno cestou nájdeme ďalšie zásoby.
Yeah, so I wish to disobey this order and go and kill me some Soviets, please. Because I want that food, and I know how this story ends. You're not going to be making peace with the Bolsheviks anytime soon, buddy. Come and see here. Faithfuls of Dev, come back. Okay, well. I tried. Cloth. Well, you know, if you get desperate enough, you can eat cloth. There's nothing stopping you. It's not going to be particularly nutritious, mind you, but you can eat it. You can eat it. You might actually starve yourself worse by eating it over the long term, since now your body is trying to, you know, break down clothing in your system, but again, details. I do believe there was a period where the Czech Legion attempted to be neutral, but it wasn't going to happen. It was not going to happen. The Reds hated the shit out of them, and the Whites considered them traitors, basically. So, it was an optimistic interpretation of reality if they ever thought they could get out of Russia without making some enemies. Particularly considering as well, of course, that the Czech Legion did have to acquire a fair bit of resources for their continued existence, which they did in many creative ways. I mean, I'd prefer to just shoot the Soviets stealing our food, but...
To nie sú strašiaky. To sú vypchaté čarodejnice.
Pozor na Babu Jagu, matku všech čarodejnic.
Menej rečí, viac strieľania.
Baba Yaga. Alright, we did it again. I understand how to click to shoot things. That's fine. We can go back to the boat now. I'm probably going to keep calling it the boat, to be honest. Because it kind of looks like one.
Vyrážam. Som na cestě.
My legionári nikde nikoho nenecháme. Priveďte sem celú čatu, než dáte rozkaz na odchod.
Actually, I think you left a couple thousand behind, either wounded, captured, or deserted, but again, details. It does sound better. Is there... Okay, right. Let me see if there's actually a point in destroying scarecrows, because if it's going to give me something for it, then I'll do it. But if it's just like left click on enemy to attack, that is knowledge I already have.
Ano, schovám se.
No. Okay. Well, thank you for the tutorial, nevertheless. Your brave and resilient soldiers successfully completed all the main objectives and defeated several scarecrows along with it. The mission was a trade for some food with the locals, but he found the mill burning and the miller and his family dead. Well, except for their wife. Incidentally, we did take all of their food and leave the old woman to die. Well, she did ask, so... oh, it does give XP. Okay, so I should be picking up XP. I don't know if we're using ammo on those scarecrows was necessarily a brilliant idea, but I'm assuming we have more on the train. The journey begins. As you and the others board the train empty-handed... Well, come on now. I brought several bags of flour and even some clothing and coal and stuff. A discussion ensues about the recent events. Some feel enraged, some uneasy. You're lost in thought about the experience of being in command. Major Gadzik grabs you by the shoulder, snapping you out of it. You did well, Captain, but you should stop bragging and start playing the role you hope for. Today you learned the bread and butter of commanding. Things never go the way you imagine. We should have just let the Reds leave. We shouldn't have just let the Reds leave. They should pay for their actions, killing people, stealing and destroying food. Question mark. Our provisional government said we should avoid conflict. We cannot go around passing sentence as we see fit. We need to follow orders. The situation was affected by Maximilian Trapp has trait intelligent. Oh, okay. Look what they do to their own people. What do you imagine they'll do to us when we actually face them? Considering we are a sizable military force in their country, well, civil war is brewing. Oh, it wasn't just brewing, it was kicking off at this point. The red-handed... I think both of these mean more or less the same thing, but I like that one better. They'd be thrilled to see us there. I bet they'd tell everyone how Czechoslovak legionnaires shot an honest miller and his family, burned the mill, and left the food to be destroyed. Shall we proceed to Moscow then, as planned, or are we expecting trouble? We will go to Moscow to pick up my future advisor, Captain Lange. He's currently working to negotiate our safe passage to Vladivostok. Good luck with that. Let's hope the negotiations will bear fruit. Indeed. Speaking of fruit, since we didn't manage to replenish our supplies, we'll stop at the next station to do so. Dismissed. Ooh. Okay, not the smoothest transition in video game history, but it gets the job done. Fast speed, less efficient fuel consumption, faster level reduction. Faster threat level reduction, okay. Normal speed, efficient fuel consumption, and stop. Soldier must be deployed to explore points of interest. Okay. That's the fuel cost, I'm presuming. Right, so do I stop, like, on it? Well, whomever can join. Confirm. No other sort of requirement. Start mission. If the train has passed it. Alright. Off we go. Oh. Oh, it stops automatically. Okay, well, that's good. A fateful encounter. The train stops several dozens of meters before the station. There is another train blocking your path. As you and others exit the train, you are greeted with grave silence and a few rifles aimed in your direction from near the station. Towards you, a tall Red Army officer is walking. Towards you, tall syntax, accompanied by 2 soldiers. Greetings, Legionnaires. My name is Adam Morozov. Greetings, Legionnaires. No, that's French. What's the command of your unit? Steps off the train and shakes Morozov's hand firmly. He glimpses on the hand resting on the hilt of his trench knife, a sure sign he smells trouble, and you know he is really wrong. I have no idea how the Czech speak. I'm not even trying. Major Oktar Gazdik. Gazdik? It's an I with a weird thing over it. I'm in command of this train to what do I owe the pleasure, General? Morozov betrays a look of mixed amusement and satisfaction, evidently unsure if the major has recognized his rank by the insignia on his uniform or through his reputation as a hero of the Great War. A mere coincidence. I was visiting family nearby. Nonetheless, our encounter is most fortuitous, as I have a proposition, one of mutual interest. What do you want, Morozov? Do tell, I'm all yours. Indeed, and that is how it should be, my friend, because it is in my power to ensure your safe passage through Russia. That is what you want, is it not? All you need to do is hand over your weapons. Ah, that's a bad idea, incidentally. Give up our weapons. To you? I don't think so. You'd probably use them to shoot us and then burn the entire station to the ground. Correct. You are not the first legionnaires to pass through here. Your countrymen... I keep smashing after right around. I used to be able to do this way better. You can hand over their weapons without incident. Oh, I guess they're dead then. I guess they are probably dead then, yes. If your soldiers say, okay, do as I ask, or you will regret it. No, disarming to the Red Army is probably not a good idea.
Fire is the answer.
Well, I'm sure you intend to let us be on our merry way, completely unscathed, with a full belly and a happy heart. Said my peace, General. Start shooting or get out of my way. It's your choice. Morozov stares south. There's Gazdik. A few legionnaires shift uneasily and unsling their rifles, which until now have been shouldered despite the obvious threat. Then Morozov slowly raises his hands and smiles. There's no hint of deception in this expression. He seems at ease, almost pleased. I appreciate your candor, Major. I think we both know where we stand, until we meet again. With a polite nod, Morozov turns away. Followed by his soldiers, he boards the red train and departs. Everyone's a bit rattled. The departure of the train reveals the station. There, a disaster. Are you telling me the Red Army might not be trustworthy? Matej Zvezek says, yes, Czechska Legion, most badass modern Czech army. That exists a modern Czech army. Wojciech Zlezak says, now we need a Sabaton song about the Legion. I'm half surprised they haven't, actually. Nightmare 5254 says, switching over to a Patreon membership, I want to say thanks for all the content over the years and for getting me into 40k. You're very welcome, sir. And Ebenezer 1690, $20. Thank you very much. say, if I may, in the before times I started watching 40k YouTube with the Vaults of Terror, respect, then the algorithm gods led me to Arch Warhammer. I wish you continued success. A New England Yankee. Thank you very much, sir.
Ano, pane.
Oh my, the station is quiet just as the socialists left.
Měním
I
pozici.
do wonder why. Oh, that's why.
Červený nechali pár dědinčanů nažive. Myslím, že potřebuju pomoc.
Hledám kryt. Rozkazy?
Oh, you were just standing there waiting? Like, sir, I didn't know what to do. I awaited your instructions.
Ano?
Zima blízká.
Postarám se o to.
Video game?
Určitě ne. Je to jen škrábnutí.
Ah, there we go.
Poslouchám.
Now, come with us, civilian. We need a fresh food supply.
Legionári na cestě do Vladivostoku. Můžete nám povedat, co se tu stalo?
Rudá armáda si přišla pro rekruty a zásoby. Řekli jsme jim, ať jdou pryč, ale oni se jen smáli a sebrali nám všechno, co
Yes,
chtěli.
I imagine they
Každého,
did.
kdo se jim postavil, zabili. Viděli jsme nákladáky plné dělostřelecké munice, jak jedou k řece. Bydlí tam moje sestra. Jsem strachy bez sebe. Pomozte mi, prosím.
Přišli jsme nakoupit zásoby. Nie sa zapliesť do ruských záležitostí. Ale červení na nás zaútočili už skôr a očividně tu nechystají nič dobré. Vlak prostě nemůžeme riskovat. Takže musíme jí zjistit, čo sa tu děje.
Vyzerá to, že ten most sabotovali. Budeme ho muset opravit, aby jsme se dostali ďalej.
Nástroje a materiály najdete v nedalekém táboře. Přímo tamhle.
So much for neutrality. Good.
Vaše rozkazy, pane.
There can be no neutrality with socialists.
Jsem na cestě.
Did you hide any food nearby? No?
Ano, pane. Hledám kryt.
I do like that too. The civilian is just like, we decided to resist the armed soldiers when they came asking for food, and then they shot us. I imagine they did. See, I don't think Russians would resist in such a situation. Russia's used to this kind of nonsense. They've had this kind of oppressive rule for quite some time. I feel as if they would just be like, oh, okay. Well, I guess it's better than being dead. Those look like civvies we're shooting right now. Are we supposed to kill? Oh. Well, I'm sure they were hostile. To be fair, uniforms were in somewhat short supply during this period, too, so...
Nepřítel podle všeho zaujímá dobrou obranou pozici v plném krytu. Bez dlouhého dostřelu či granátů budeme muset na jejich pozici vtrhnout.
Rozumím.
Bayonet charge. Rifleman bayonet charge helps neutralize enemies in cover. Okay. Well, I do like the sound of bayonet charges.
Podívám se.
I have the ability to see things with binoculars. That's pretty good. I mean, I've got a sniper. Surely the sniper could, you know, shoot him in the head?
Zaměřuju.
Apparently the sniper does not have the range. Alright, come on. No? Right, okay. Well, the sniper's not quite as useful as I was hoping he would be. There's nowhere to sneak around him, is there? No, okay. Right, well, I do have grenades. Would grenades be the best option? Okay, you need to get a lot closer than I was hoping. I do like how he just stood there too. It's like, what's this weird apple-like thing flying towards me? Huh, I should catch it.
Tady se to rudými jen hemží. Asi by bylo dobré zůstat v utajení co možná nejdéle. Hlavně nikdo nesmí omylem vystřelit. Střelba není zrovna nenápadná.
That's a great idea there, Barbara. I mean, we did just detonate a frag grenade about 5 feet away, but they're Soviets. I'm sure they can't be particularly clever, so I figure we can do a bit of sneaking. I do enjoy this, like, kind of like indie game jank sometimes. It's remarkably refreshing occasionally. Sandoom, don't $5. Thank you very much, sir. Was rewatching Orc Invasion video. You started talking about a Soviet general developing deep assault operations. He used to be a part of the aristocracy. Yes, Tukhachevsky, I believe. Attack while undetected, perform a silent kill. I was about to say, I wonder if the video game has stabbies. The video game does have stabbies. Alright, Yosef, you look like the stabby type. Go there and open his jugular. Well, pushing him works as well. Yes, I believe that was Mikhail. Was it Mikhail Tukhachevsky? I believe. I keep forgetting his name. He was known as the Napoleon of the East, as he was a rather revolutionary individual. Hello. In Tactical View, you can check important info and plan a strategy. Spacebar. Alright. Well, in this particular instance, seeing as the soldiers do not have very functional ears, I imagine I could just, you know, stab them both. Okay, well, you tried. You failed rather miserably, but you made an attempt. Good job.
Našla jsem opravářskou sadu. Teď máme, co potřebujeme k opravě mostu.
Okay, that's a medical station. We'll just pour a little bit of medical goo on our soldier, and I'm sure he'll feel fine. Yep, there you go. Right, I need to be a little bit aware of how the video game understands obstacles in one's way. As I was hoping to stab both of them, but apparently I couldn't just vault over that, you know, bench.
Měli bychom ji obsadit, abychom měli lepší přehled o okolí.
Yet again, Barbara, fine thinking. Would the Soviets be occupying this watchtower? Apparently not. Oh, I just need to capture it. Okay. Very well, captured we shall. This is starting to remind me weirdly of Commandos in a way. But Tukhachevsky did indeed invent the idea of deep operations, the idea of thrusting in deep behind the enemy's line, causing all sorts of nonsense. Oh. You can't capture whilst in silent mode, I see. He even developed specialized mobile units, specialized in doing just this. Primarily cavalry, of course, considering the technological limitations of the era. But he also introduced the usage of armored cars as well. He was not a friend of Stalin either, and that alone makes him a pretty good boy in my book. In fact, it was Stalin who in large parts sabotaged his career to get him screwed over and eventually executed by the Reds. Friend? And what? Never stand next to red crates, you silly Soviets.
Ten most vyzerá ako dokonalé miesto na prepadnutie. Ďalej by sme mali pokračovať až potom, čo zistíme, čo by nás mohlo čakať na druhej strane. Nemá niekto ďalekohľad?
Yosef is like, that bridge looks like an excellent ambush point. We should probably stick our noses into it and see what happens.
Podívám se.
Well.
Ano, samozřejmě.
Nothing there. Oh, but a whole lot of shit there.
Vědí, že jsme tady. Přijdou si pro nás. Připravíme ten kulomet a dáme jim co proto.
This is a fine place for an ambush. Which is why the Soviets will move straight down into it and kill themselves. Because as we all know, Soviets have basically no survival instinct, which is true.
Kryjem sa. Tuto pôjde. Počúva. Hľadám kryt.
Tu sú! Bráňte sa!
That is a big ol'... Oh! That's the French, the choo-choo thingy. I remember it, I don't remember its actual name, but it was nicknamed Chow Chow or something, or choo-choo. Because of its very staccato way of firing, like pak, 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 pak.
Ostatní nejsou tak hloupí, aby proti nám šli poté, co viděli, jak to jejich kámoši koupili na mostě.
Takže povoláme dělostrelecký útok a postaráme sa, aby tí hajzli zaplatili za svoje zločiny.
An artillery strike. I have that, do I? Okay, well. Don't mind if I do.
Aha, ako to búcha.
Prišli sme si pre zásoby na cestu. Vezmeme ich a vypadneme odtiaľto.
Tie zásoby sa mi
And
veľmi
so
veľmi
the world was liberated from yet further communists.
Vesničané
Good.
jsou mrtví. A jestli se nepohneme, budeme mrtví i my.
Snáď to bude stáť
Well,
za to.
get about stealing their shit then, instead of complaining about it, woman.
To je uhlie.
Postarám se o to.
Skvelé. Palivo je tá najcennejšia surovina na našej ceste.
Nie je naša najcennejšia surovina jedlo?
Ovšem, v dalším depu bychom si měli koupit lokomotivu, která jezdí na borůvky. A možná bychom mohli pálit borůvky, abychom se ve vlaku přes Sibiř zahřáli.
Látky môžeme použiť na uniformy a deky. Pôjdeme do srdca Sibíry a...
Zima se blíží.
Pokračujte.
Už jdu.
You joke, but you could actually conceivably keep warm with berries, depending on the berries in question.
Ano, pane.
Now, as for whether or not you will be able to run a train on berries, I admit that could be significantly more difficult. In fact, almost challenging.
Munici musí být velmi zdatný s bajonetem.
No, keď mi v guľomete dôjde munícia, je to len bremeno. Jednoducho by som privolal delostrelecký útok.
Lynch is escorted to the exit area. 2 out of 3. Am I forgetting somebody?
Tu, na pozici.
Come on, buddy.
Připraven.
Jsem
na cestě.
Povídejte.
It's kind of giving me
Připraven.
like a tiny bit of a mix of Men of War and COH vibes.
Ano?
If both of them were made about, 10, 15 years ago.
Čekám.
It kind of reminds me of Panzer General too, in a weird way. Oh, no, not Panzer General. Achtung Panzer was the name of the game, I think. A very old game that had some really cool little entries into it. Assign medals. Oh, can I just... Oh, okay. Only 3. Alright. Well, this is a patriarchal society, so Yosef gets one. My machine gunner gets one, because he was a good boy. And Bedrick gets one, and the medic and the useless sniper don't. Screw them. Lots of more XP that I don't know what to use for just yet. Back on the train, the soldiers discussed the confrontation with Morozov at the station, as well as the violence the Reds enacted against unarmed villagers. We did not discuss the violence we enacted upon them, because we are neutral, I remind you. Most, though not all, feel that the artillery strike on the Reds' encampment was justified. Major Gazdik is lost in thought. I think the Reds were expecting us, setting a trap perhaps. What I don't understand is why. And why now? Isn't Captain Langer conducting negotiations in Moscow? Well, that gives you an indication as to how well they're proceeding. Major Gadsdick says he is, but we don't know the outcome of these negotiations. Everyone, get to your posts. I have letters to write, and the train is not going to get us to Moscow by itself.
Fire is the answer.
Alfred Kraus. I'm not even going to try. And Dusan Hudek. Hudecek. Worker, an engineer, and fuel. So from wear and tear, will eventually need repairs. This is also the case with railroad cars. Adjusted. Type of locomotive in use. Was the train soldier on board acting as crew? Okay. Off we go. Alright, so you've got like a day shift and a night shift. And you can also upgrade locomotives. Alright, that's kind of cute. This is the Towering Bull. Or the Towing Bull, actually. I think I would prefer Towering Bull, if I'm to be entirely honest. I like Towering Bull. Towering Bull is a good name. Towing Bull, meh. Towering Bull, though. Four idle soldiers. I wonder if there's anything else I can interact with. Gasmezio says, where are the Dominion's 5 videos posted? The old ones? I thought they were on Patreon, aren't they? I'll have to check it out later, I think. But we're slowly making our way across the landscape. Right. I'll make a note of that, so I'll probably remember. You've been called into the officer of Major Gazdek. Captain, as you're aware, we're low on some of the critical supplies. We've got some in Shuchkini, but not nearly enough, and we have a long way to go. There is a village head called Kaluga. Send a squad there and have them buy more food and herbs if they have some.
Heresy's the question. Fire is the answer.
And Sandum says orcs could run a train on berries. Fast choo-choo. Yes, red berries in particular. And Zero says, ArchCast, here we go. We do indeed. We go to loot Russia before the Russians do. Ironically, that is kind of what we're doing. Okay, so if I stop there, and I put everyone in a squad, right? And then I can deploy the squad, which costs 1 lightning bolt. I have no idea what 1 lightning bolt is. But I'm presuming it's energy. Fuel, food, money, wood, metal, clothes, herbs, gunpowder. Kaluga. Not the most cheerful of names, if I'm to be entirely honest. Your people arrived at a village and are meeting with the village elder. Old man. just old dude. Welcome, soldiers. What brings you here in these trying times? We've come to trade. We need food and herbs to treat the sick and wounded. I see. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. The boys of the Red Army have already taken away all the extra food we had. Military requisition, they said. For the good of the state, you see. But you can visit Ilya's store. He's a good lad. He'll have something you could use. Alright. I mean, I feel like maybe just taking Ilya's stuff would be preferable, honestly. We don't want to sell any of our weapons, because I have no idea how many of them we do have. And nor do I want to sell any of this, because I have no idea how valuable they are either. Herbs, fuel, wood, cloth. I mean, I was thinking food, honestly, but... One. As I have no idea the value of any of this, I think I'm going to have to tell him to go eat his own ass, and, pretty much. Yes. Oh, you're coming back? Come on. Ah, there we go. Because right now I'm thinking food is by far the most pressing resource for the simple reason that I've got dick all of it. I mean, I've got a month's worth of food, but I'm going to be on the road a hell of a lot longer than that. Cloth repairs and upgrades, metal repairs and upgrades, herbs, crafting and research can be dismantled to fuel. Really? I can... Aha. So, the idea of making berries into food, into fuel, that was thoroughly ridiculous. But the idea of making herbs into fuel, we can believe that. If you say so, video game. Ha, 1, 2, 3, 4 little skulls. I feel as if that might be a sign of bad things to come. Just looking around to see if there's anything else to interact with, but there doesn't really seem to be. Alright, well, speed up time then. As I am guessing... Engine malfunction. Suddenly loud metallic clang echoes through the air and the train begins to slow down. It seems the engine has broken down. You see Major Gadzik coming towards you with a frown on his face. The damn thing broke again, Captain. Assign some workers to fix the locomotives so we can continue to Moscow. There's no point in waiting aimlessly for the repairs to finish, so let's take advantage of that. Send a squad to look for more supplies. We've got a long way to go, and we need to make the most of every moment. I hope we don't have any more surprises today. I don't have a good feeling about the meeting with General Morozov. What are you waiting for, Captain? Get to work. Six energy. Again, I would love to know what energy is. Could I deploy 2 squads? Yep. Disband? Okay. Right, so what do we got? We're gonna need a medic, duh. We're gonna need a machine gunner, a rifleman, and one of the snipers. That leaves us with 2 grenadiers, a sniper, and a medic in the second squad. Okay. I don't know if this is intelligent. I don't know if this is intelligent at all, but we're gonna check it out. Engine malfunction. Engine breakdown. Train cannot move. Repair durability. Assign workers to start the repair upgrade. Okay. 2 hours. 15. Okay, so I should be able to get this done in a day then, so there's not really a reason to make a night shift. If I understand this idea correctly. Zero donuts, 2 euros say, the accent is addictive, but then I am biased. Well, that's good to hear. You're supposed to be biased. In my favor, preferably. Okay, so you can scrounge for resources, but I don't know if it's... I don't know if it's only when an event occurs. Oh, can I not? There. Do I move? Okay, well, I imagine if I move up there, they'll be able to get to me faster, right? Oh god, click through that quick. I have no idea where the train is going. Okay, it pauses. Thank God. Whew. Right, stop the train. Okay, head back. Well, we've discovered the berries we used to run the train. That's good. Hunter survivalist. Okay, so you also need special things to make the best use out of certain areas. That makes sense. I'm liking the depth so far. So you want to dispatch hunters, obviously, to take care of forests, etc. And survivalists to fish in lakes. That does make sense. I'm imagining no werewolves will emerge out of the waters, even if it's dark. I'm hoping. Heated train cars to heal them. Ill. -1 health per hour, 1 morale per hour. Recovering, transfer common serious. Okay. Very well. How do I put him? Or is he already... Squad 1 resting. Okay. Burglar, Jinx, slow-witted. Avarice. Let's see. Storage car. Infantry car. Hospital car. Okay. You. Hospital car. There we go. Okay. Alright. 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 I'm learning. I'm learning. With remarkable speed, I will add. Alright. You're done. Straight Hunter. The lake was full of fish. Fortunately, Maxilian Trap was with us, and it was like magic. Pull one fish after another, make our trip a great success. That is indeed a great success. My wise choice in members, before even knowing what the members did, affected the success of our mission enormously. But such is just an average day in the life of a genius like myself. I do enjoy the idea of just looting Mother Russia, though. I do quite enjoy that idea. Nice little resource management games are always nice and relaxing, aren't they? So, I'm still wondering what the 4 skulls mean. I'm relatively sure it's not going to be anything good, but I'm wondering if that is a, you know, just hit the gas and choo-choo the hell through there indication, or if it's indication that there's a mission up ahead that's gonna kill some of my dudes. I feel like putting workers into the artillery car might be a good idea, but you know, we're expecting Moscow to be a nice and welcoming place, so I'm sure we don't need to do that. Marksman of 117p says, all aboard the loot train. Indeed. The loot train shall be rich with all the things Mother Russia can offer. Shit. Happiness is knowing there's a cake in the oven. Not wrong. And Ciro says, sorry, but Russia accent. My wife is Polish, so... there you go. Russian. He's not happy yet. Why is he not happy yet? He's been in the medical cart for at least a few hours now. Shouldn't he be alive by now? I feel like he's being sick for too long. I don't like that. There we go. Let's just, start mission. Potential rewards. Difficulty, lots. Okay. You know what? I think we're gonna just put... yep, that's fine. It's like, but sir, I am ill. Well, do you want to be dead? Because that's the alternative. Skill is available. Oh, okay. Oh, skill, or equipment more like, but... Okay. Well, he has a dangerous mind, and that's good. That means he'll be far more effective. This activity will move you to the next region, and you won't be able to go back. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes. Thick black plumes of smoke rise to meet storm clouds overhead. Moscow is on fire. It is on fire quite often. Through the pouring rain, you can hear gunfire. Major Ganzik moves from car to car, pulling senior officers aside for a briefing at the rear of the train as it slows for the city station. Alright, as you can see outside, the situation isn't good. There's fighting in the streets of Moscow. It's nothing short of civil war. But we have our orders. We must go in and meet up with Captain Langer and his units. So we have to locate Captain Langer and then depart to Moscow together. This should be quick and easy, right? Let's assemble a squad and go into the city. Oh yes, I'm sure. Do not underestimate the danger. Once a bulletin will be in the middle of a bloodbath. And for God's sake, don't shoot first. We don't want to make things any worse. Is that clear? Dismissed. You'll be fine, Captain. Assign some soldiers for the mission. I trust your judgment. Have them locate Captain Langer as quickly as possible, but keep your wits about you. I am expecting trouble. You don't say. I'm expecting trouble, too.
Čo to? Major, ten vlak sa rúti plnou parou priamo proti nám.
Do pekla červený do nás tu narazit. Legionári, pripravte sa!
See, that's the problem with the train. It's it only really goes one way, which means that if somebody else hits you with their train, then, well...
Generál Morozov.
Měl jsem pocit, že se opět setkáme.
Really? We're gonna have a nice calm chat about this, are we?
Zničiť vlak plný vojakov na cestě domů, keď naše národy mezi sebou nebojují.
Dovolte mi připomenout, že jsem vám dal na výběr, majore. Když složíte zbraně, můžete Sibirš překročit míru. Je to víc než spravedlivé a ta nabídka pořád platí. Ovšem bez vlaku. A teď své jednotce neříte, aby se vzdala.
Viete, že to neurobím.
Věrný až do horského konce. To respektuji. Bůh žehnej vaši duši, bratře Gazdíku.
And that's what you get for trusting communists. Pure and simple.
Zožente kapitána Langera. Musíme sa dostať do Vladivostoku.
Zavraždili majora Gazdíka. Toto nemôžeme nechať bez odplaty.
We must burn Moscow. Oh wait, Moscow's already burning. Oh. Well, we must steal a new train then. To revive an incapacitate... I like the timing of that. The Major is down. What do we do? Well, I can stabilize him. No, you can't. But I can't. I'm a medic. I can... No. He's dead. Leave him. What do you mean, leave him? Leave him. I'm the commanding officer now. Oh. I see now. I see now, too. Alright, well, you know, I'm an ambitious up-and-coming officer. I see nothing particularly wrong with my course of actions. If anything, I wish I'd taken them before. Speaking of, why aren't we looting the dead soldiers for their guns and ammunition? I feel like we could use it. I'm sure Alfred is very happy with us today. It's like, you dragged me out of bed for this. Yep, a nice jaunt in the chilling rain. It's just what the doctor ordered for that cold of yours. Well, either that or you're gonna die, but... That is not my problem. Loot. Alright, there's more socialists wandering the streets. Am I hidden when I'm behind cover? Okay, well, I'm not hidden whilst I'm over there. Okay, are you going to come and... Yes, okay, let's find out. Okay, you guys go away. Right. No, I am not hidden whilst behind cover. Oh.
Dobře, jdu tam. Jsem připravena. Povídejte, rozumím.
Alright, well, that was an experiment worth having. I have learned that I am not invisible whilst hiding behind boxes.
Ano, rozumím. Rozumím.
I still wonder why we're not looting them. I'm guessing because they're gonna try to encourage you to not just, you know, kill everyone you come across, but instead try to be stealthy. I feel like the game's gonna have a hard time convincing me of the virtue of that particular approach, but still.
Ano. Jsem připravena. Ano, pane.
Come, we must loot Moscow.
Povídejte. Ano.
I'm sure there's some ammo here. Some food, maybe even. Zero asks Arch, when are you on Lotus Eaters? UK visit when? Well, I do have a standing invitation to the Lotus Eaters, so whenever I am in England, but when that'll be, I have no idea. I think V was talking something about trying to organize a trip for the friend group this year, so maybe this year. Maybe this year. They'll just pick up like a booze bottle. Alright, well, that guy is just standing there, so I'm gonna have the woman go and push him, which will kill him, because that's what that does. She fucking shattered his skull. That's a tiny swing of the pistol, his skull caves in like an egg. Oh, okay, we've got more socialists up ahead. Is that guy gonna turn around? Oh. How long are you gonna walk, buddy? Not too long. Yep. Yeah, maybe I should have, you know, watched his path a little bit longer than 2 seconds to figure out where he's coming from.
Vaše rozkazy, pane? Poslouchám! Nepřítel! Vaše podle rozkazu! Hádžem granát!
Rozkazy!
Die, Soviets!
Jdu do krytu.
There.
Vyzerá to, že jsme v suchu.
Dobře, jdu tam.
I wonder, if I ring the alarm bell, will further bags of experience points come charging towards me?
Už jdu?
No, I can't help but notice that I've picked up a brand new injury due to that.
Rozumím. Podíváme se, co je uvnitř.
It might be that combat is best avoided in this video game, because if you don't, you're gonna be stacking injuries awfully quickly. Oh god.
Ano, pane.
A sneaking video game. Arch isn't very good at sneaking video games. Heals a small amount of health. Okay, well, let's not do that yet.
I have lost.
I'm sure everyone's fine. I'm sure nobody's hurt or anything. Out of curiosity, can you see around corners? You can. Okay, remarkable.
Ano.
Corona says, any ETA on the Terra Invicta stream? After Empire Total War, at least. So, it might be in... Goddamn. There was that whole sneaking thing. I forgot about the whole sneaking thing. So it might be in December. Might. I was kind of hoping to put it off until they patched it again. but judging by the speed at which they patch games, that's probably not likely, if I'm to be entirely honest. I should probably be using my incredible ability to literally see through buildings and spot around corners. That might be advantageous in my future adventures.
Ano, pane.
Poslouchám. Podívám se.
Oh, hey.
Tak čo teraz? Do toho zbabelca necháme len tak utiecť?
Major Gazdík by nechtěl, abychom riskovali životy jen kvůli pomstě. Měli bychom najít kapitána Langera. Podle původních rozkazů. Už nějakou dobu je nasazen v Moskvě a určitě bude vědět o způsobu, jak se odsud dostat.
Fucking Barbara.
Podíváme se, co je uvnitř.
She's immediately just like, oh, you know, we shouldn't revenge our captain. Let's not do that. He wouldn't want revenge. No, Barbara, you will charge the machine guns. Honestly, there's like 2 armored cars, a ginormous maxing machine gun, and like 2 dozen dudes. I think we can take them. Yeah, a quick little bayonet charge. Oh, I noticed what they did there. So they've made a nice little dent there as well, so you can't get behind there. Because I was like, I could lob a hand grenade over there, but no, the video game will not allow me. Okay.
Už jdu.
Kde je major Gazdík?
Je mrtvý. Může za to ten bastard Morozov.
Takže to začalo. Rudí šíří svou jedinou pravdu jménem jednoty. Z toho bude občanská válka.
Zničili nám vlak. Většina naší jednotky tam zahynula.
Musíme odjet co možná nejdřív. Je tu ještě jeden vlak, kterým můžeme jet. Tady je mapa města. Jestli se dostanete k tomuhle nádražnímu depu, budeme moct obsadit jiný vlak. Dávejte pozor. Rudí nejspíš vědí, že hledáme nový vlak a budou depo urputně bránit. Já tajně svolám svou jednotku a připojíme se k vám v depu. Počkejte tam na nás.
Rozkazy?
Jawohl, Kameraden. I do like the early armored cars. Like, look at this. This is literally just a car that somebody looked at and went like, how about we mount a machine gun on it? Okay, but somebody will shoot at it. All right, just bolt some armor to it. Where? Everywhere. And then somebody decided, yeah, but what about 2 turrets, though? Wouldn't that be way cuter? And that's what we ended up with. Some of them were literally just cars with a machine gun, and then they welded a plate to the front of it. And then one for the gunner to hide behind. It's like, good enough. To be fair to the early armored cars, though, they were intended to be rather improvised to begin with. As the idea was mostly just like, how do we get a machine gun over there? You know, easily and quickly and effectively. And the solution was to just mount it on a car and go with that. Okay, you use your magic third eye to keep an eye on those filthy Bolshevik bastards. We're not going to come down here, I hope. And I hopefully can't see behind that building, because that would be unfortunate too. Uh-oh. I think this may have been a bad idea. Oh, no, 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 no! Yep, yep, you didn't hear anything, you didn't hear anything, you didn't hear anything. It's fine, it's okay. That was entirely normal. You heard no!
Jsem připraven. Zaujímám pozici.
Poslouchám.
Rozumím.
Sneak, motherfuckers, sneak!
Vaše rozkazy?
Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Oh, no, 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 they're gonna turn around, they're gonna turn around. This is fine, this is fine, this is fine. Nope, this is not fine. God damn it!
Lost.
I'm not a fan of the sneaking in this game, I gotta admit, because it's very, like, weird. It's like, I wish I could just tell him to be like, dude, just fucking hide. There's a pile of straw there. Just dive into it or something. He just stands there, looks at the Russians like, oh. You can see me? I thought I was supposed to be invisible. Look, I'm wearing a bush and everything. How can you see me? My patience is not going to last. Alright, well, that one is at least just looking the other way. That's fine. This is the kind of stealth Arch likes, where he can just walk up to them and hit them over the back of the head with a pistol. This is good stealth. Would you not speak as you're trying to brain that dude?
Měli bychom sehnat co nejvíc paliva, zatímco budeme čekat na zbytek legionářů, kteří jsou nasazení v Moskvě.
Červení asi nebudú mať radosť, že sa im snažíme prebrať vlak. Tento raz sa ani nebudú obťažovať, aby nám povedali, že máme zložiť zbrane.
Pripravený.
Heavy weapons can't move. I'm hearing something about a certain maxim in a certain other game. And I'm feeling incredibly justified. I'm feeling as if Arch was right every single moment of every single day in his existence. What? Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Alright, boys, get to shooting. I guess we're discovered. Look at that. Maxims can't move. Who'd have thunk it? Oh.
Povídejte. Postarám se o to.
I can cover.
Jsem připravena. To by šlo.
Oh, that can turn? Alright. It may not be able to move, but it is able to swivel.
Ano.
Ano. Jdu do krytu.
Don't worry, I'm sure he can't aim. He's just a communist after all. It'd be weird if he could aim.
Počúvam. Ano, pane. Som tu.
Oh. Run, little
Zaujímam
boy.
pozíciu. Nepřítel, snad to bude stát času.
Come on, get the fuel.
Dle rozkazu.
We're not leaving any loot behind.
Jdu do krytu.
Nepřátel. Zaujímam pozici.
Oh boy, that's a lot, don't you think? Come on.
Poslouchám, pane. Poslouchám.
Kill the bad people. There we are.
Už jdu.
Right.
Už jdu.
Oh, I need to get fuel for the train. Okay.
Ano, už jdu.
Stabilize.
Čekám. Zaujímám pozici.
Čekám na rozkazy.
Zaujímám pozici.
Povídejte.
Fuel. And presumably I am going to be continuously attacked by bad people whilst I'm gathering said fuel. Fuel.
Hledám kryt.
Do we have the machine guns? I do. Okay. Well, they were coming from this way, so I'll set you up there.
Dobře, jdu tam.
Oh, yep, hello.
Poslouchám. Ano, pane.
You have no hit points, so you go hide somewhere else.
Jsem na cestě.
Oh boy.
Rozkazy!
Seriously, focus on that guy.
A teď je to moje.
Co se děje?
Okay, maybe shoot that guy instead.
Ano? Čekám! Už jdu! To by šlo. Jsem
Shoot him!
Vaše rozkazy? Ano.
There we go.
Postarám se o to.
I am disappointed by the snipers in this video game. There we are. Right, is that less fuel? Nope. My health bars are rapidly depleting. You still there? Yes, you are. Right, I don't like going in the direction where all of the enemies were spawning.
Dobře, jdu tam.
Okay, get handgun ammo.
Rozumím.
90 fuel.
Ano, pane.
Fuel. Fuel.
Ano, rozumím.
Right, little Czechs. We have outstayed our welcome. The Russians don't like us anymore.
Povídejte. Už jdu.
There. Well, nobody died for real, so I consider that mission to be a astounding success.
Připravenější už nebudu.
Granted, sure.
Ano.
Little Dusan here got a little bit close, but...
Čekám. Rozkazy? Dobře, jdu tam.
He does have a silly name, so he probably deserved it.
Povídej, postarám se o to.
Temptation to loot goblin. Temptation to loot goblin, a little bit too strong. Go on, Bedrick. I know you can do it. I believe in you who believe in me. And if nothing happens, you've got a bayonet charge. You're fine. See? There you go. Nice and simple. Jimbo says, "Hey Arch, are you going to finish Manifest Destiny, the Destiny in the Middle East? Also, what other Total War game are you planning on doing?" I am going to finish Manifest Destiny, the Middle East. I'm also planning to do the other Total War games. More medals. Well, Dusan almost died doing that, so I feel like he deserves it. And the machine gunner. We shall continue to withhold promotions from the women and the machine gunners because they're awful and I don't like them. The Lord of the Rings one for Medieval 2 and the Warhammer one as well for Medieval 2, definitely. And then we'll eventually start moving on over to the more modern ones. I'm hoping 1212 AD, the medieval mod for Attila, will be further along by then. The regrettable events in Moscow claimed the lives of Major Gatsik. It was most regrettable that there was nobody there to stabilize him. But, sir, I could have... No, it was unfortunate. If only there had been a medic, sir. Shut up. Savage attack will not be forgiven. However, the arrival of Captain Langer and his unit has helped with morale. All is not lost. The journey continues. Upon learning of Major Gazdik's demise, the Czechoslovak Provisional Government sent orders with your promotion from Captain to Major. This is not how you imagined to move up the ranks, but here you are. The responsibility of leading soldiers to Vladivostok suddenly rests heavily on your soldiers. on your soldiers, yes, correct. Suddenly, the soldiers felt as if their lot had worsened significantly. The soldiers took the new leadership well, but Captain Langer seemed taken aback. Nevertheless, Major Gazdik trusted Langer to serve as a valuable advisor, and so will you. It's like, were you close with my predecessor? Yes, tremendously. Too bad he died with that bullet to the back of his head. Back of his head? I mean front.
Rudí vydali ultimátum, které vedlo k násilí. Přišli jsme o majora Gazdíka i spoustu dobrých vojáků. Československá legie byla vnímána jako hrozba, protože jsme byli profesionální armáda bez jasné příslušnosti. Chtěli nás odzbrojit, zadržet. A kdybychom se bránili, měli nás zabít. Jenže nás krvavé záležitosti té cizí země nezajímaly. Chtěli jsme jen bezpečnou cestu z Ruska. Do naší nové republiky. Domů. A v skutku, tohle byly naše rozkazy. Dostat se vlakem do Vladivostoku a nalodit se na plavbu domů. Překvapilo mě, že mi neřekli, abych tohle tažení vedl. Navzdory mým zkušenostem z pole. Místo toho jsem byl pouhým poradcem a pobočníkem našeho velitele. Bylo to neslýchané. Ale tehdy jsem neměl žádný dobrý důvod pochybovat o naší prozatímní vládě. Z Moskvy jsme utekli živí jen o vlásek, ale podařilo se nám zajistit obrněný vlak na naši dlouhou a náročnou cestu.
He thinks he was supposed to be in command. He's a very fat and silly person, he is. Okay, so this is what has happened, I guess. Oh, hey, they even got little, autobiographies and stuff. Nice. Well, we'll soldier on for a while longer, I think.
Majore, informovali mě o vašem povýšení. Já jsem kapitán Langer.
Nice. Live action stuff. I like it.
Přiřadili mě k vaší jednotce, abych vám dělal pobočníka a mohu-li být smělý také poradce. Takže přišly nám rozkazy od prozatímní vlády Československé republiky. Chválí naši hrdinskou oběť na východní frontě, která pomohla zajistit nezávislost naší nové republiky. Rusko se však oficiálně nachází ve stavu občanské války a naši staří váleční nepřátelé zatarasili všechny přímé cesty na západ. Abychom se dostali na západ, musíme jít na východ. Tímto obrněným vlakem z Moskvy přes celou Sibiř do Vladivostoku, kde dokončíme naši evakuaci přes moře. Navíc nám nařídili neplést se do konfliktu mezi rudými a bílými. Máme zůstat neutrální a nechat ruský lid, aby si své záležitosti vyřídil sám. O tom, jak máme zůstat neutrální, pokud by na nás zaútočili, nepadlo ani slovo. Na papíře to určitě vypadalo dobře. No nic, čeká nás dlouhá a náročná cesta. Měli bychom okamžitě vyrazit a stavit se v penze pro další rozkazy.
I'm liking the choice to go with live action there. The hasty retreat from the city has left everyone shaken. However, as the new commanding officer, you don't have the luxury of being in shock. Captain Langer, who was assigned as your advisor, knows this very well and wastes no time in getting up to speed. Major, we need to travel to Penza for further orders. Getting there will be a problem in this wreck of a train, but first Lieutenant Svoboda here will take care of the squad and logistics. My respects, Major. If I may be so bold, now we need to focus on getting food and keeping soldiers' spirits up. After what happened, we are facing impossible odds. And with the storage car empty without a hospital car, I'm not sure if... Yes, it will be a challenge, but I believe our experienced new Major will manage with your help, First Lieutenant. The only concern is the Reds. They may declare that they will shoot first and ask questions later. All of your stuff has been slaughtered. Alex Adamson says this is World War I sniper equals slightly better rifleman. That's not true. They were actually pretty good snipers in World War I. Right, did we actually... yep, all of our fancy cars have indeed exploded. This is unfortunate, particularly considering the fact that we managed to beat the shit out of the overwhelming majority of our dudes. And we seem to have left behind the majority of our stuff as well. Brilliant. A good start to our journey. Hopefully we'll come across a hospital car or something somewhere. Don't overwork your soldiers. Well, I think they're just going to have to fucking suck it, honestly. Timberland. It's like, what's over there, sir? In Timberland? Do you have to ask? I'm retarded, sir. I'm sorry. Yegrovishk will give me herbs for crafting and research. I don't think I've unlocked research yet. Oh, okay. Okay, we've got skills. Sit and watch the horrors of Moscow disappear behind the horizon and ponder over your newly acquired responsibilities. Captain Langer approaches you, curiously inspecting you with his critical gaze. Quite unexpectedly, he speaks to you with a soft voice. As you can see, this train lacks a lot. It's moving us forward, but it won't serve us long in this shape. Shortly, there will be more of us, and we'll need more space and, more importantly, heat. To accommodate as many souls as we can, we should increase the number of living spaces. Not to mention, there is no heating or insulation. I don't advise crossing Siberia without heating. The storage car might need to be improved as well. There is a long journey ahead of us, and a good supply of resources is of paramount importance. That way, we might also be thinking about reinforcing the cars. This train is in daunting shape, and we cannot expect the Reds to make the passage easy for us. It's only up to us to make the most of it, so keep that in mind, Major. Alright. Repairs and upgrades tab. The locomotive is named Grandpa. Alright, well, I probably want both food and herbs, if I'm to be entirely honest. Right, my squads are not exactly in great shape, everything considered. Disband. Right, so who was the one who had survivalist? Okay, survivalist. Careless, clumsy, weak, nationalist, vengeful. Wow, not very good. Burglar, communist. Throws up. And Maximilian. 3 combat-ready soldiers. Okay. Take the commie filth with you. Oh, goddammit. Commie filth. And survivalists. Okay, so they can go to the lake, but we're not going to send them out yet. Who was charismatic? Peter. Okay, never mind him then. Short. Okay, well, I mean, we can live with somebody being short, I guess. That one. That one has the charismatic guy in it, I think. Diligent. And squad 3. Alright. I don't know how many resources I need, but we're gonna just... We're gonna make sure for now, because I don't seem to be in any imminent danger, as far as I can tell. And if I'm gonna start upgrading shit, I'm really gonna need resources, I'm presuming. So let's also figure out... repairs and upgrades. Okay, living. Comfortable living. Improved insulation. Sturdy materials. Alright, 150 cloth, that'll be pretty much all of it. But that gives me health, morale, and recovery. So it's probably good to have one. One luxurious car, I'm thinking. Alright, only one dude is ready to do that, but okay. Alright, we'll make one luxurious car, so that we've got something to recover with. Hopefully. And I need a healing car, quite badly. Either that, or replacement soldiers. One out of two. You know, I'll take the replacement soldiers as well. Yegorjevsk and Malino. Merchant. Oh, is that it? I thought it would be, medical kits. Stimulants. Okay. Alright, well, money is probably worth less than resources right now. So we'll take that trade and return to train. I don't know why I thought that I could, you know, scrounge there instead of needing to buy it. Apparently, that was a silly thing to think about. Okay, well... Alright, so villages are just for trading. Okay, fair enough. That makes a certain amount of sense. Although I will point out, the Czech Legion did engage in a little bit of requisitioning themselves as well. Oh, hello there. I think we shall remove you from the chat there. Somebody arguing for doxing. I don't like that. Quick ban. Doxing is not a valid tactic. I don't care how justified you think the target is. It is simply not acceptable. Stuff. And... Oh, I'm still building. Okay. Repairs and upgrades. It's still night, is it? He's almost done. I guess I can just... Oh, does that unassign them from the squad entirely? That's mildly annoying, but I guess I'll just finish that. I mean, when they're on the train, they should be able to just, like, you know, do whatever, I feel like, but oh well. Scratching ahead more. As you're reading through reports, you notice a blood-stained one on the papers. You look to see where it came from and notice blood behind your fingernails. It hits you. You've been scratching yourself for a few hours now. You discover a rash on your hands, armpits, and hips. A doctor is ushered in. Scabies, Major. So the time's going to get off the scabies, given our situation. Burn clothes and everything that can be spared. Well, scrubbing the train is honestly the best we can do here. We can't burn the clothing. Jesus Christ, where are we going to get new uniforms from? Betting on technical front end, gathered and washed, a lot of effort spent on dusting and wiping every surface. The train's almost speckless, and soldiers, though exhausted and cold, are proud of their work. Sadly, maintaining this level of hygiene is difficult, so scabies soon returns, but the stunt resulted in some good memories. Yeah, you're not going to get rid of that. At the very least, not easily or well. Right. I do also need to figure out if there's a way to actually heal people without the doctor's cart, or if they don't heal naturally. I also need to go through all of the promotions as well. So health is going up, I believe. Aha, first aid kits, okay. I've got 6 of those. Oh, we'll save those for the immediate time being, I think, until I know a little bit more about what I'm gonna need. Is there a nice and easy list of my dudes? There we go. Right. No? I was hoping I could click on them and get information about them. There we go. Okay. Right. Jean Marjek. He has not leveled up. Kamil Hadark. He hasn't leveled up either. Private. You. Alright. Fitness. Affects maximum health, melee damage, time to aim, work efficiency of workers, some combat skills. Dexterity. Aim, reload time, intelligence, doctrine and near, some combat skills. Will, critical hit, critical health, work efficiency, and charisma. We have cooks, some combat skills. Okay, well, at the moment... chooses violence every time. Right, Dusan sounds like he's gonna want fitness then. Apply 1 AP. Ah, actually, like, right, Maximilian Darp, Ruthless. Intelligent Hunter, Eagle Eye.
Fire is the answer.
Dexterity then. Magdalena Zmashka, Weak Housekeeper. Charismatic Monarchist. Charisma. Anton Kura. Focused. He sounds like more of a worker type. Dexterity then. Vengeful Nationalist. Weak. Okay, he's complete garbage at absolutely everything. Good to know. Increase his fitness first, I guess? Strong-willed. He's also got minuses on everything. I'm guessing that... yes, it's tired. Okay. Dexterity, then. Oh, depart. Morale and crew. Don't risk soldiers deserting, keep their morale high. That sounds like a good idea, if at all possible. I have no wood, and I have dick all food. Let's see. Hunter, burglar, survivalist. That's their morale, that's their stamina. 14, 16, they're pretty much exhausted, but this squad can probably be deployed. They don't have any relevant skills, mind you. Okay, but we'll send them out. I need the food. I need the food bad. And I need the wood, even just as badly. Okay, can we afford to wait here? Maybe, actually. Alright, so the infantry car is the one that's decent to live in. Do I want to upgrade anything else on these? Insulation, stove, sturdy materials. If anything, I would just want to put a stove. That'll take 3 hours. That's quite a lot of time, but I do have people now, I think. I kind of wish that this would organize people a little bit better. 2 hours, 27. Okay, fair enough. Go, my lovelies. Find me lots of fish. Fish. Oh, that'll take 2 hours. Okay, I'll have more than enough time then. Report, Major. We've found and taken down a few good trees. 74,500 experience. Lovely. Fishing, fishing, hooray, hooray. Fishing is actually kind of boring, I gotta say. It really is. You should not enjoy fishing, and if you do, there might be something wrong with you. That's all I'm saying. The lake was full of fish. I have some old nets by the pier. Our main problem was figuring out how to catch and retrieve all the fish. Well, that sounds like a luxury problem to me. And off we go. Kolumna. That seems to just be a regular stop. Should I heal people? I'm a little bit nervous about wandering in there. How's my health? Not great. It's not god-awful either, mind you. Okay, Alfred Kraus. He needs to be in the heated car. He is. Okay, good. Because that car is the one that's heated, right? Yes, that's the heated car. Okay, so he should be recovering eventually. God alone knows how long that's going to take, but he should theoretically be feeling better. We'll risk it. I've only got 6 medkits, and I really don't want to use them until I have to. Zero says, doxing is just plain communist in my IMR. IMR. Am I right? Am I right? Yes, you are right. Merchant, trend composition, doctor. Hello. For a price. Underlined, underlined. Well, I just used all of my money, so I don't know if that's going to work out very well. Oh, but only factions who are aggressive recruiting rocks for their own purposes, so those who are left no shortage of work. 300. Yep. I just spent all of my money, so never gosh darn mind then. I could sell something. I don't really want to. Smoke bombs? That sounds like a stealth tool. Disgusting. Get rid of them now. Okay. Injured and gravely wounded. That one. Alright. Well, at least I didn't get shot at. That's something. Tell you what you might expect to find there. Mission, empty village, forest, hunting grounds, timberlands, lake, soldier, lake, herbs, village with contraband dealer, an arms dealer, obstruction. Okay, so that's an abandoned village, and that's a food trading village. But seeing as I have precisely 1 denarii, or ruble, or whatever the hell to my name, I don't think that's going to be something I need to necessarily worry about. Gorodna. I do kind of want to go over there, though. Burglar, survivalist, nature. They've got all kinds of relevant traits, so we'll send them over. I have no idea if I'm being too careful or not careful enough. Alright, got Dick All of Dick All. So we're not going to be upgrading anything else, because I don't think I can afford to upgrade anything else. 36.5 days of food, that's something. What about all of these woodlands that we're passing by, Major? Maybe we should loot some of those. Nah, can't be bothered. It was empty as it looked from far, but the owners left behind some things we could use. Here's what we found. Smithy and plenty of good metal we can use. I reckon it was too heavy to pack, so they left it behind. 6 metal, 9 fuel. I'll take it. I do keep sending my sick guy up on missions. I don't know if that's wise. In fact, I suspect it might actually be mildly retarded. Okay, he's a scout, so he wants dexterity, then. Alright, I'm not going to bother with the village, because I don't have any money. Ruble is as valuable as a pebble. It pretty much is these days. All Putin and his misbehavior in the East has reduced the worth of the ruble by quite an old bit. Alright, Ryzen. That's another trade town, looks like. How am I doing on fuel? Reasonably. God, I'm gonna be almost empty by the time I reach Ryzen. You receive a report from one of your soldiers. It is intelligence he's obtained when chatting to a local while the train was making a stop. The report claims the Reds have a large camp where they're training newly enlisted soldiers. Apparently, many are queuing for hours in order to join up. They promised the farmers a helping hand from the military to tend their farms. There are so few people left to work because of the war, they're letting the food rot on the field or joining the Reds. The very end of the report is an approximate location of the camp. I don't know if I want to do that. Well, that's the camp. Okay, it's a fair distance in the future still. Okay. Well, let's see. Are we good on energy again? We're good enough. I really don't want to keep sending the sick guy out in the rain, but at the same time... okay, we'll send those to check that out, and that squad's mostly recuperated. Loot, 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 loot. Oh good, Squad 2 gets to cross the river in the rain as well. I'm sure they must be very happy for that. Housekeeper. Okay, Housekeeper would actually be beneficial there as well. That's nice to know. Herbalist, Survivalist, Hunter. Oh, that wasn't a... Oh, forest, not timber. Okay, fair enough. Dumb. I thought it was wood. It was not wood. Pub. Let me guess. Money? Yeah. Well, we don't have none of this fancy cash you keep talking about, so never mind. Never mind indeed. Fishing and another abandoned village. We should be sending somebody with housekeeper there next time. Right, burglar, housekeeper, housekeeper, housekeeper. Confirm. Right. Wait. Oh, I had to click depart. Okay, well, fair enough. I was wondering why I wasn't moving. I like the idea of all of the specializations. Major, the lookout has spotted an obstruction ahead. It seems that a large tree has fallen on the tracks. We need to remove it. Yeah, no, we're not going to ram it. That would be incredibly dangerous, and I don't think so. Apparently, 2 people didn't like that. Because effect the opposite was true. The journey of a level strikes dangerous and train might hit an obstruction on the track. It is unuseful to have a car you don't mind getting damaged at the head of the train. Losing a storage car, for example, is a minor issue in comparison to losing a locomotive. That is a very good point. Sadly, I only have 1 storage car, so if that 1 storage car, you know, gets blown up, I feel as if I'm going to lose all of my food. So... you know, there is that. Back out into the rain with you, sick boy. Explore. My housekeeping skills will really come to use here, somehow. Instruction was a booby trapped. Ah, yes. As we were clearing the track, a grenade exploded and injured some soldiers. The track's clear now, but we're in rough shape. Well, that sounds better than hitting it with my train car, so... I mean, fair enough. Fish. This was looked from far, or left with something, cellar with coal. 18 fuel. Alright. I do think it's a little retarded that you have to order them to go fish and then order them to return after they finish fishing. Lake was full of fish. Lovely. I mean, surely they could just do that on their own. It's like, what? Should I just leave them there? Like, what's my other option? Just being like, nope. You don't get to go home to Czechoslovakia. But, sir, why? I have no idea. It just felt like it. Major, I'm here to report a work injury. Jan Marashek had an accident while performing their duties in Locomotive Grandpa. This most likely happened because they are injured. They should be sent to rest if possible and have someone else do stoking for now. I mean, you say that, and it's not that I don't hear you. I do. I'm just wondering who else can possibly take their fucking place. Is anybody else free? Somebody preferably without, you know, broken limbs. Oh, you are. Okay. There we go. Rajak, Captain Lange, comes to quarters with all the military decorum that protocol requires. After knocking on her door, he announces his name and rank and requests permission to enter. You feel he's testing you, waiting to judge you based on how you react. You may enter, Captain. That sounds correct, seeing as he's a little bit of a starch ass. As Lange enters, you salute, a gesture that he mirrors. He remains standing to attention until you order him to be at ease and prompt him to speak. His expression remains neutral, giving you no indication if you met his standards or not. Major, there is an opportunity here that you should. Lange is quick to realize his slip of the tongue, and he corrects himself. Rather, you might find it important. According to the posters and the locals, many of the villagers are looking for help. The war has depleted the workforce of this region. They're taking advantage of this to gain new followers and pull people over to their side. You might want to try... Me might want to try this. Okay. Permission to leave, Major? Merchant Doctor. Well, again, I don't seem to have any money. Alright, housekeeping squad. Out you go. Housekeeper, burglar, hunter. Low fuel, you don't say. Oh boy. I am not going to get to Moroshansk by any stretch of the imagination, so I'm sure as hell hoping there's some fuel nearby. Otherwise, we're going to get very stuck very quickly. Explore. I can turn some herbs into fuel somehow. Don't ask me how, but I can. And I might. Smithy and plenty of metal and a tiny bit of fuel. Well, a tiny bit of fuel is better than no fuel. It does auto-pause, so I don't really need to worry about it. 84 wood. You really would think the wood would be more effective as fuel than the herbs would be, but you would be mistaken in this assumption. There's no way I'm gonna have enough. Okay, right. We're gonna check out that, of course. It's the fishing and the hunting, and we're gonna check that out with the housekeeping squad. And we're going to have to figure out how to turn herbs into fuel, as I am way, way, way out of it. Herbs into fuel. Storage car? Repairs and upgrades. Oh, you could do that? Okay, I feel like that's something I should have done already. I'll start that regardless. As upgrading the engine seems very, very, very worthwhile. Alright, invalids. I know you basically don't have arms or anything, and that you're about to die and all that, but we need to fix the train car, so, well, suck it up. Fishing, 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 hooray. I hope you found a lot of fuel. Burglar. Really do hide cigars in the support beams. 65 metal, 11 fuel, and cigarettes, plus 20 morale. Right, well, that is a pittance of fuel, but, not enough to really make too much of a difference, I feel like. Another lake full of fish. I'm starting to wonder if I could possibly maybe turn food into fuel. Did the upgrade go through? Sturdy heat pipes. Down from burning fuel by 20%. Engine malfunction. Chance of work assembly capture slot by 50%. Capacity of the train inventory. Okay, none of that's too important. $12 fuel. Jesus Christ. I can't get anywhere with that. I'm still wondering how exactly I can turn there, herbs. Dismantle to fuel. Ah, Jesus. Okay, well, that's nowhere even remotely close to enough to even be worth it. Am I just fucked? I think I might actually just be fucked from not having enough fuel. Unironically, I think I am. Right, okay. I feel like that's a little retarded. Alright, so I should have anticipated that I was going to need an assload more fuel and bought that instead. I don't know where I could have bought it. Maybe... merchant? Maybe over there, I guess? Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't see that fucking mission, did I? I did not see that mission. That must have given fuel. Oh, God, that's gonna be a walk. That is gonna be a walk. 6, I do expect this is gonna be one of those games that is basically like, yep, you're gonna have to learn how the game prioritizes stuff, and you're gonna need to learn what happens where, or else you are not gonna have a chance in fucking hell. Alright, well, you guys, congratulations. You are going to get to go on a little walk. I know you're looking forward to it. There. And I mean, whilst they're away, you might as well go and chop some wood too. There we go. I don't think you can turn wood fuel, right? Can be dismantled fuel. Okay, so I know it can. Storage. Repairs and upgrades? No. How did I get to that screen? Ah. Right, that's a lot better. Yes, wood. Okay, good. Right, well, we've already dispatched them on their journeys, and I feel like they need a walk, so walk they shall. Oh, that wasn't wood, that was food. Okay, well, fuck me. I will never remember the difference between wood and forest, despite the icon being fairly goddamn obvious. Fear not, my silly little soldiers. This'll do you good. The exercise will be highly beneficial for you. I know it doesn't feel like it now, but trust me. The vista before you is a peaceful one. See? It's great. The autumn breeze weaves playfully through the grassy fields. From a distance, the village appears like a rural idyll from a landscape painting. Your soldiers walk slowly towards it. Someone must have spotted them earlier, as an old man approaches them before they reach the first house. His arms are open in a gesture that reveals he has no weapons on him. I am the mayor of this village. Please, we don't want any trouble. Too late. We've come here because your village is looking for extra hands to assist. We want help. The mayor also looks at you suspiciously. Why would you do that? We don't have much to offer in exchange for your service. We were hoping to find people that want a safe home outside the city and a simple meal for their service. We just want to show people that it's not only the Reds who will help the locals, and we need food for our journey. The mayor looks unconvinced. He looks back to his village, clearly thinking about the things that need to be done before winter and about the lack of muscle, too. Look, there are things you can help with. There are not many capable males left in the village. Maybe Sasha will help, but he's nowhere to be found if he doesn't come look for him. There's a high fence that needs repairing, heavy crates that need moving, and there's no water by the church. And with your skills, you can help us deal with the pack of wolves that lurk around. Okay.
I have lost. Shit.
Povídejte. Postarám se.
Tolik práce. Je tu plot, pár beden, pár vlků.
Vlci? Čo ďalej? Baba Jaga? Ha, to je fúk. Zvládneme všetko.
Povídejte.
Alright, well, I'm gonna need actual building materials, which I'm presuming they have somewhere.
Som presne tak, pane.
They do indeed, and
Našla jsem opravářskou sadu.
in the meantime, we're gonna take the hand grenades that they've got stored around here, because
Ano, pane.
I'm sure they won't mind. We're gonna take their clothing.
A teď je to moje.
We're gonna take whatever that is.
To nejde. Už jdu. To by šlo.
Ako rozkážete, pane. Vaše presne tak, pane.
We're definitely gonna take whatever that is.
Tak se podíváme, co tam je.
Ano.
Poslouchám. Postarám se o to, pane.
I feel as if I am taking significantly more than I am giving, but I feel like that's their fault for not guarding their shit properly.
Hotovo. Máme 3 třísky, 2 bolavé palce a 1 pohmožděné sebevědomí.
Na budúce budeš držať klince a kladivo si vezmem ja.
Poví, hledám kryt.
Áno.
Near the church. That doesn't look like a place where there might be a church. If anything, that looks like a place where there might be wolves.
Ano.
Hej, přestaňte posouvat ty bedny, já je počítám. Proč se pořád zdvojnásobujou?
Nepřítel.
Yep, that did indeed look like a place where there might be wolves.
Zaměřuju.
Oh god. Okay, boys. This is gonna get real dangerous real quick.
Vinící bestie zaútočily na mou vnučku, určitě. Jestli najdete červený plášť, neříkejte mi to.
If you find the remnants of my granddaughter, please bring back any valuables she might have been carrying at the time.
Už jdu.
It's getting awfully cold, and it's expensive to be an old woman in Russia. Which I imagine it probably would be.
Ano, pane.
Rozkazy?
Well,
Dobře, jdu tam.
no tiny child remains anywhere, as far as I can see. Or is that?
Rozumím.
That might be tiny child remains.
Ano, pane.
Are we, we're just gonna ignore that?
Rozumím.
Ano? Hned rozhodně ne. Zde.
Yep, we're apparently going to ignore that. Okay, very well.
Rozkazy, pane, tu na pozici. Brnkačka.
But my granddaughter, well...
Ano?
You shouldn't have let your granddaughter wander around in the woods.
Je to moje.
There are wolves in the woods, and I presume your granddaughter was white. You know how those things act around dog-like creatures. Frankly, you should have known better. Throw me to the wolves and I'll come back pregnant, isn't that the old saying?
Povídejte.
Bůh vám žehnej, legionáři, jako ve své nekonečné moudrosti žehná této vodě.
Dobrá práce. Teď musíme najít jednoho z vesničanů. Měl se vrátit už před pár hodinami, ale nikdo ho nemůže najít.
Vlkou jsme už zapli.
Bude ten pohřešovaný vesničan. Střelili ho dozad. Jsou to divoká zvířata.
Dvounozí vlci s červenou srstí. Jejich dílo už jsme viděli. Chtějí všechny zabít a vypálit vesnici.
Neopravil som ten plod len preto, aby zhorel. Dajte mi pár granátov alebo guľomet a ja červeným ukážem.
They'll burn the entire village, will they? That sounds like an enormous amount of more loot for me to get. Yes.
Už jdu.
Oh, wait, shit. Are you going both ways? Are you cheaty little motherfuckers? Okay. Machine gun. Is there cover up here? There is, sort of. Okay. Bring a woman and a sniper with you. And that should be able to handle that side. Rest of you, is there any... There's light cover. Not exactly ideal, but... it'll do. Oh, God, machine gunner. You're all the way back there, are you? That's... going to be mildly unfortunate.
Rozkazy, jdu do krytu.
Připraven.
I'm guessing I don't have a machine gunner in this group. I do not. I do have grenades, and I'm thinking it's about time to use them as soon as the enemy moves into a little bit of cover. And then the Russians exploded. At least quite a few of them. You kill that guy because I don't like him. He's on my flank and I don't appreciate that. Alright. Let's see how deaf, dumb, and blind Russians are. No, hold on. And a whoop. And a 1, and a 2, and a 4 Mother Russia. Alright, that worked out a hell of a lot better than I expected it to. Even without the machine gunner there.
Rozkazy, pane!
Oh.
Poslouchám. Můžete se spolehnout.
They even dropped loot.
Jdu do krytu.
Thank you for the first aid kit. Much appreciated.
Nemali by červený ponúknuť dedinčanom pomoc?
Ano, je to divné. Možná jim někdo řekl, že jsme tady.
Nebo možná chtěli všem ukázat, co se stane, když si v téhle občanské válce nevyberou tu správnou stranu.
Kapitán Langer bude vědět, co dál. Jdeme.
Kéž by to šlo, pane.
Now please.
To nejde. Postarám se o to.
Arch thinks he deserves whatever is behind that door.
Ano.
Arch is pretty sure he deserves whatever is behind that door. Arch is wondering if doors are explosive proof. Arch thinks he'll find out.
Postarám se o to. Připraven, pane. Hned tam budu.
Doors are explosive proof.
Přesně tak, pane.
Oh!
Čekám na rozkazy.
Našla jsem klíč.
Oh, okay. The key was in a locked box. Well, silly of me not to check the box, I guess.
Ano.
Povídej. A teď je to moje.
Render unto Arch that which is Arch's.
Jsem jdu do krytu.
Thank you.
Dobře, jdu tam.
Thank you, kind legionnaires, for saving from us from the evil Russians. Now, you don't happen to know where all our food stores went, did you? No? Munch, 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 munch. I feel like we should eat the wolves too. I mean, they're probably not going to be particularly tasty, but I also do think we're kind of desperate for food right now. I do like how the civilians are just like, yeah, so what?
Ano, pane.
We're living our lives here. Don't think you helped us or anything, you filthy foreigners. Wouldn't want them to think they owed us anything, you know. I also point out, they still didn't give us that meal they promised. They were like, we'll give you a nice little meal. Okay, where's the food? Who knows? And you. Another load of XP and 100 fuel. Okay, yes. Another day, another victory. You have doubts and worries, but for a moment all there is a sense of triumph. You savor that feeling before going back to the stark reality of your impossible journey. As it turns out, you were supposed to do that mission. Squad is not operational. Squad is negative status effect. Don't worry about it so much. Role progression. Oh. Okay, cool. So you can actually specialize people then. I should probably be specializing somebody as a worker. Probably. To actually start upgrading the vehicle a little bit. The employees are exhausted. Well, what? What do you mean missing worker? He's right there. Oh, I need two... Oh, okay, I need a stoker as well. Okay, fair enough. Any of you not doing anything? There we go. I mean, you've got a broken arm. Let's see. Anybody else not doing anything? You've got a broken arm too. Well, fuck me gently. You, I guess. I've survived. 7 tied, 3 exhausted. I think we're gonna have to chill a little bit before we take on the Red Army camp, but... at least I do actually have a decent amount of food. You are resting, right? I mean, sure as fuck hope so. Yes, it's going up. Okay. Well, what I should also do is, because I've got the second squad, or the first squad, disband that, and let's upgrade another car. Let's see. I can upgrade it to a nice car, comfortable living car. Health and morale recovery per 1 per hour when a soldier's resting in the living space. 50 and 150. I cannot start it because I'm moving, I presume. Can I do both? Can I do that? No, I can only do one at a time. Okay. It'd be really nice if it would just list whoever was free at the top. Okay, there we are. I wonder if there's a way to increase their stamina recovery more. Alright, a lovely little infantry car. People are still exhausted, so we're not going to go on any missions just yet, but... we might have you... and you... and you... head on out over there, since you're quite well rested. I probably do want to make sure we do that mission, because I'm presuming it's an optional mission, because I'm presuming all of the missions are optional missions, but considering the state of our fuel, I don't think the missions are truly optional. I think, in fact, they are kind of required. Unless I want to get stuck again. Another 100 trees. Man, it's going to be a lot worse doing this when it's also goddamn cold everywhere. Right, do I have enough to upgrade the last car? I believe so. Yes, I do. Right, Pavel. Dum 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 dum. At least now everything is comfortable, okay? I don't think they get to bitch anywhere near as loudly anymore. This is actually quite nice now. What? Oh, come on. You weren't even doing anything, you little shit. Oh god, he managed to break his hand just as he finished it. He was just done building that, and he was like, I think I am going to fucking snap my wrist on something. Good. Lovely. Fantastic. Ideal, in fact. Alright, well. Stamina is 100%. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait till they're actually 100%. Dum dum. I'm sure nothing bad will happen from just, you know, sitting here. Oh. I just realized. That's not 36 days worth of rations. That's 36 rations every day. Right, that is a significantly larger problem. I hope you guys are almost rested. Otherwise, you're going to remain very, very hungry for an extended period of time. Dum-dum. I mean, I'd prefer to go into battle with them as okay as possible. There. Alright. The fuckers are finally fine. Off you go, boys. Please find some food whilst you're away. Your soldiers make their way deep into the woods, making every attempt to move undetected. It's not long before the sound of shooting and gunfire reaches you, and the breeze carries the smell coming from the field kitchen. This leaves little room for doubt. You've found the Red training camp. Oh, field kitchens. You quickly assess the situation from the nearby hill. There are a few key positions defending the Red training camp. You observe plentiful ammunition and trucks delivering supplies. Yes, proceed. Kill, kill. Murder, murder. Stab, stab. In sleep, sleep.
Zdá se, že velká část rudé posádky tady není. Nejspíš mají zase něco za lubem. Naštěstí pro nás tu nechali velmi málo stráží. Jestli kvůli nadutosti nebo neschopnosti, to nevím. Pro nás je to dobrá příležitost vpadnout do jejich tábora. Zásoby, peníze, zbraně. Co můžete, seberte, co ne, zničte. Hledejte hlavně dokumenty. V naší těžké situaci mohou mít přesné informace větší cenu než zlato, ale opatrně. Tyhle kopce jsou pro kulometná hnízda dokonalé. Takové pozice bychom měli raději obsadit. A nezdržujte se. Těžko říct, jak dlouho budou rudí pryč.
Oh, we're under a time constraint too, are we? Lovely. Well, that's a ginormous cannon. I think that's probably a bad thing. There's a... I'm guessing that's an alarm post. Okay.
Pane, pozriem sa. Presne tak, pane. Jasná vec.
Podľa rozkazu.
All right, boys. It's time for you to either sneak or get fucking murdered by a field artillery piece. I suggest you attempt the latter.
Jsem připravena. Dobře, jdu tam.
Overím pozíciu.
Ano.
Right, let's see. I think I saw somebody patrolling, but I'm not sure.
Postarám se o to.
Oh, yep. Let's not.
Rozumím.
Let's not. Let's wait until he's passed, otherwise this could turn very ugly very quickly. But yes, the Red Army wasn't really an army at this point. It was an enthusiastic militia, as the overwhelming majority of professional soldiers, of course, didn't want to join them. They did get a lot of peasants, a lot of intellectuals, a lot of average regular soldiers as well, mind you. But the officers and the ruling class were not very fond of the idea of, you know, throwing their lot in with a bunch of people who probably just wanted to kill all of them as quickly as possible. Is there an F5 quick save in this video game? I sure as fuck hope so. Save and quit to menu. No. Okay, well, eat me then. See, this is one of those moments where I'm like, I've got plenty of time to stab him, but I know he's going to turn around. Yep, there you go. It's like, I know the moment I decide to, his ass is going to swivel, and I'm going to be fucking dead. So let's not.
Vyrážám. Vaše rozkazy.
Alright.
Měním pozici.
Come on, lads, we're gonna execute a stealth takedown of this base of evil, no-good Ruski-Puskis. Wasn't there another soldier over there, or am I imagining things? Alright, how about you do that, so I know what's going on? Okay. There's the guy with the machine gun.
Idem na pozíciu. Rozkazy? Rozumím.
Alright. Go on, boys.
Připraven. Jdu do krytu. Urobím to rychlo.
Can I get him? I hope so. I hope he's just not gonna walk out in the middle of the road and alert everyone. That would be most unfortunate. Okay. You two, go stab that. Good job. Did you just blow that up? You did, but you didn't do so in a way that would alert anybody or destroy anything valuable, so okay then. Alright, get him. And get him. Come on, come on. There, that was bloody fucking perfect. Let's not activate that. I have a sneaking suspicion what's gonna happen if I do activate that. You know, I shouldn't have blown that up. I feel like an enormous field piece could have been pretty fucking useful, but apparently my little Czech friends disagree. Right. Okay, yes. We can cancel this, but we can't do so in shut up mode.
Povídejte. Už jdu?
Alright. You, get on the machine gun, but do so quietly, please. There you go.
Čekám. Měním pozici.
Of course, he cannot move the mighty, inviolable Maxim machine gun, but he can make sure that it's being captured.
Moudrá volba. Podívám se, co tam je.
Alright. More risky puskies. Are they guarding their ass?
Jako by se stalo. Podívám se.
They are not.
Moudrá volba.
This is what we call advantageous.
Už jdu.
So let's go around their ass. Okay, let's... I don't know how smart it is to abandon that machine gun, but I don't see any immediate use for it, so... We're gonna go somewhere else. This is a lot of neutrality I see going on here, this chat, yes. Yes, we are being exceedingly neutral, we are. Like, the government is like, okay, so we know, you know, the Russians are having themselves a little civil war. Please, you know, you gotta be neutral. Of course, if they attack you, then that's different. But, you know, please endeavor to be neutral. Meanwhile, the Czech Legion. I heard there's a Russian training camp up in those mountains. We should go kill every last one of them. Well... Neutrality has many doors, Fed Boy? I guess. Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm... Jesus, let's be careful here. Okay, he stops right there. I don't think I can sneak in here, can I? Because if I do, that guy's gonna spot me. Because he can see all over there, unless I can sneak in over there? Semi-retardedly, the front might actually be less guarded than the back. Okay. Right, let's try the front then. I am also particularly nervous by the fact that the video game told me to hurry, or presumably get fucking murdered.
Rozumiem. Overím pozíciu.
Podľa rozkazu.
Vaše rozkazy? Rozumiem.
The Czech definition of neutrality is don't get caught. Ooh, hello. Okay.
Rozumím.
Pozriem sa.
Čekám na rozkaz.
Lots of them?
Postarám se o to.
Lots of them. Okay, okay, okay.
Čeká, ano, pane.
Já praveruju.
Oh my god, did you just swivel to see that? Okay, let's see. Can you move out of cover? Can you move into cover? You can. Okay.
Ano, pane.
Povídejte.
Okay, okay, okay. Well, this isn't a complete fucking failure yet.
Počúvam.
It might be turning into one.
Poslouchám. Nebude to čekat.
You did not see me there. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my god, I hate the stealth system. I fucking hate the stealth system. It's like, oh my god, the massive ass fucking areas and the way they fucking move. Oh my god, this stealth system is gonna piss me off so much. Like, you need more tools to do stealth effectively, and the game really isn't giving you a whole lot of tools. They're fucking militia. Narrow their view a little bit. I've never had the patience for stealth gameplay. Never. And I never will. I refuse to. Herbalist? Oh, herbs. Oh, well, let me guess. I don't have a herbalist, do I? Apparently I don't. Well, fucking great. I wish I had a herbalist. I didn't know there were plants in this video game. At least let me hide in cover, video game. At least let me hide in cover. Okay, so there's a dude in there and there's a truck over there.
Ano, rozumím. Vidím nepřítele. Jdu do krytu.
I can maybe stab that guy.
Zaujímám pozici.
When he moves? Unless that guy then keeps hold of him. No, he does. Okay. Can I enter the trenches? Can I vault into the trenches?
Pane?
Alright, he's gonna leave. That guy is gonna go. I have no fucking clue. What? Oh, come the fuck on. Oh, come the fuck on. I am in the middle of a forest. You do not see me. Oh, God help me. Oh, God fucking hell. Are you kidding? Jesus. This is why you don't put stealth in video games that don't focus exclusively around stealth. Oh, frustration rising. Frustration rising. Yep. Get hand grenade on that immediately. I am in the middle of a fucking forest and he spots my ass. Oh, is that hostile? Alright. Very hostile as well, it seems. Well, luckily, on the flip side, whilst I can't hide in a forest, the enemy are exceedingly deaf.
Nepřítel. Prekliatá robota. Připravený.
I think Arch says fuck this quiet nonsense.
To je lepší možnost. Ano.
And kill Russians instead. Unfortunately, that didn't actually affect the Russians standing next to the explosive crate, but... Kill the man going for the machine gun. You don't need to shoot the machine gun. The machine gun is fine. The machine gun is not your enemy. Please stop shooting the machine gun.
Zaujímám pozíciu.
Oh, never mind. Another guy's coming.
Postarám se o to.
What? He's in range. Shoot him. He's just... There you go. There you go. That's a much better form of stealth right there.
Postarám se o to.
Right, grab their things. Grab all of their things. I feel like I should be grabbing their field kitchen as well, but the game does not agree that that is a possibility. Alright, I am gonna leave you on that machine gun, because I am worried about what could possibly show up behind me. Is there nothing there? No, there's one guy. Okay. What about over here? One guy repairing what appears to be a Renault. Huh. Not entirely sure how that got to Russia.
Ano. Pozriem sa.
Čekám, už jdu.
But it clearly did.
Hádám kryt.
Alright, well.
Vidím nepriateľa. Vaše rozkazy, pane? Ukončím jeho trápenie. Poslouchám. Samozřejmě. Jak to mám udělat?
We will continue with at least an attempt at stealth until I get frustrated again.
Nepřítel. Vaše rozkazy, pane?
Nice, nice. Very beautiful, very attractive. Sniper. There you go. Oh shit! Patrol. Okay. Out of the way, boys. You two. You're still gonna spot me, aren't you? Keep moving.
Rozkazy? Jdu do krytu.
I'm half thinking that I might as well just use this heavy cover to my advantage, though. I have a sneaking suspicion that if I were to, I don't know, just open fire on them here, then they will run towards me whilst I get to be in heavy cover. And yes, that is indeed exactly what happens. How beneficial. Okay, there's one guy over there. Oh, hello. There's a sniper in that tower, but he's looking somewhere else. Okay, that does nothing. Can I grenade him out of the tower? I mean, that would make a certain amount of sense, right?
Hážu granát!
Poslouchám.
I can.
Rozumím.
Still, nobody heard that either. Good, good.
Nebude to čekat, pane. Rozkazu. Vidím nepřítele. Měním pozici. Nebude to čekat, pane.
Rozkazy?
Come on, my little sneaky lads.
Rozkazy, pane.
We are continuing to sneak with hand grenades.
Připravený.
I've gotta admit, I feel like... Oh, Jesus. Alright, go loud, boys. Kill that before it runs over us and explodes. Please. Oh god. Flee. I feel like they honestly probably should have just gone with a strategy game, like strategy tactics, do it a little bit of Men of War style instead of trying to do the stealth thing. I understand what they're trying to go for here, obviously, because they're like, okay, you gotta conserve resources, and you conserve resources by not simply just going mad lad out absolutely everything.
Velká nepřátelská hlídka. Důrazně doporučuju zaútočit, dokud máme stále výhodu překvapení. V žádném případě nechceme, aby zavolali posily.
Kapitán, našli jsme poľné rozkazy, hlásenia a žiadosti o rekvizíciu.
Ukažte. Zdá se, že rudí sem byli nasazení kvůli nějaké speciální misi. Dobrý bože. To snad není pravda. Tohle hlášení prakticky naznačuje genocidu.
Nothing short of genocide, eh? Well, that certainly does sound very Soviet. Would there happen to be a machine gun nearby? Yes, yes there would.
Zde.
Alright.
Hned tam budu.
You go beat that guy to death. The rest of you over there.
Ano?
And you just bayonet charge that guy.
Zde. Já to zvládnu.
No, no, sneak kill him, please. Thank you.
Poslouchám. Rozumím.
Oh, you were very far away. Never mind.
Připraven,
There
pane.
you are.
Vpřed!
Bayonet charge as planned. The plan has not changed. Only your discovery and your lateness has changed.
Žádné další už nevidím. Zaujímám pozici.
Now man the machine gun, please. Ooh, there's another machine gun down there. You know what they say? You can never have too many machine guns. That guy.
Přesně tak, pane.
I'll grab that.
Už jdu.
Ano, jasná věc.
Připravený. Hledám kryt.
And we might as well set you up as well.
Čekám na rozkazy, tak se podíváme, co tam je.
Meanwhile, this guy can keep looting.
Schovám se. Ano.
Počúvam, hľadám kryt. Pozriem sa.
Zde?
Alright, well, I mean, this is going relatively well. Despite the occasional annoyance.
Podívám se.
Nepřítel.
Vaše rozkazy? Skryjem sa.
Připraven, pane. Jasná věc.
That is actually a fair few rescue. Not that many, honestly. I can kill that. Especially with a Maxim and a Cha-Cha-Cha. And a second Maxim. See? Simple dimple.
Se vrací se svou osobní ochrankou. Nejspíš už ho přestalo bavit terorizovat civilisty.
Toho zpropadeného vraha a jeho kruté nohsledy musíme zastavit.
Zde? Ano, pane.
Well, I suggest we just let him walk into our machine guns then.
Rozumím.
Or is he not going to be quite that silly?
Podíváme, co tam je.
No, I think he's going to be quite that silly. Good. Now, don't employ anything like tactics or anything. Please just continue straight forward in an orderly line. What does that mean? No escape. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. I feel like... Uh-huh. Yep.
To nejde.
Yep. I think we leave now. Uh-huh. Yep.
Nie.
That's more or less what I figured that might be.
Pane?
Please. Abandon the machine gun, you fucking idiot. Thank you very much.
Ano?
Run, little Czechs. Run, run.
Dobře mu tak. Náš úkol je splněn.
There we are.
Musíme najít cestu ven, abychom se mohli vrátit k vlaku.
Čekám, schovám se. Poslouchám.
Ano, pane. Postarám se o to.
I suppose I should go try and kill this too once we're here, as it is... I don't know if that is an objective marker, but it does look like a second hill, and I do have an objective to destroy a second hill, so... Wait. Loot?
Rozkazy?
Loot.
Ano.
Fetch.
Co se děje?
And you're wounded. Wait, are all those Healy boxes? No. What are those icons on the map? So that's the Maxim. Ah, it's the second Maxim, okay.
Čekám, dobře,
Just a bit difficult to spot.
Poví, jdu do krytu.
Alright, my darling little soldiers, we are going to carry out yet another infiltration mission.
Pozriem sa. Nepriateľ.
Very cautiously, very carefully.
Postarám se o to.
With this kind of subtlety, and guile, and stealth, for which I am rightly famed. Oh, don't come down here.
Som tu.
Rozumiem. Ano, pane.
Poví, ano, pane.
Come on, turn around. You've done your rounds. There's nothing suspicious down there.
Rozumím.
There is no massed explosions or repeated heavy machine gun fire or anything like that. It is just... You actually fucking turned. You actually... Oh my god. Okay, never mind. This whole stealth thing is dumb and a complete waste of my time. Just fucking shoot them.
Jdu do útoku.
Oh no, he's ringing the alarm. How terrible.
Postarám se o to.
I wonder what the rest of the murdered base will do when he rings the alarm bell. Please kill him. Or alternatively, just stab him.
Přesně tak, všude zde, prozaď.
Snad to bude stát za to.
Povídej, dobře, jdu tam.
Oh, we kept that one intact for some reason.
Už jdu.
To byli nejspíš všichni.
Can I bring you with me? No.
Rozumím.
Aw.
Ček, ano, pane. Rozkazy? Už jdu.
Alright, boys, we've done everything we've come to do. Time to go home to the boat. Or the train, or whatever it was. I am not a fan of the stealth system. I gotta say, like, I would have preferred if this was a straight-up strategy and tactics game, because the stealth isn't very good. In fact, the stealth is absolutely fucking awful. The stealth is complete garbage. And it's not very interesting or rewarding when the only stealth you have is move in between enemy cones of detection and then click on them to kill them in one hit. Like, if you're gonna do a good stealth game, and I hate stealth games, but I do recognize what makes a good one to some degree, you've got to turn it into a puzzle. You've got to have tools, like, okay, you have this, and that allows you to get past an enemy, or this, that allows you to kill one enemy, or this allows you to blind an enemy, or this allows you to distract an enemy. You know, stuff like that's what you need to do. You need a lot more mechanics surrounding it. But it's very obvious that there wasn't a whole lot of stealth design. What? Trucks? I didn't know I was supposed to kill trucks, but very well. A crowd of people approach your train as your squad comes back. A woman pushed her way to the front to speak to you. Civilian, we hear that you've destroyed the Reds training camp. Many of our men enlisted and died there due to the horrible conditions. They've now moved recruitment to other locations. Anyway, some of our foolish men have returned home. We'd like to thank you for this. But we killed many soldiers there. Some of your loved ones may have been amongst them. And as guilt etched all of your sold's face as she speaks, a look of what can only be described as content crosses the woman's face. They were fools for trusting the Reds. Would fulfill the promises, they would have died anyway, by your hand or another, in some stupid fight. Stunned by the woman's harsh words, is putting it lightly. Here, choose what you need. We can't spare all of it. Well, I'll live for another day on the food I got, so fuel it is. Morshansk. Kraviskov. Oh, we definitely need more food, pretty badly. And not to mention the fact that heavy grenade fire, machine guns, rifles, all of that, that doesn't alert anybody. Like, they very clearly didn't think of this as a stealth game, and if you're not going to make it a stealth game, then don't add in stealth mechanics, in my opinion. It's only going to be inferior to the actual mechanics you did put in the game. Pub. Morale. Is my morale shit? No, my morale is great, actually. Merchant. Fuel, coal, stimulants, first aid kits. I don't have enough money for any of this shit. Train composition. Well, I don't really have that many more trains either. And I cannot put my storage car in front of the train like the game recommended, because if that blows up, well, that's literally all of my storage. So I don't think that's a good idea either. I can change rations, and I mean, I'm full morale, so I guess everyone's just gonna have to starve for a bit. Can I change everybody's rations? There, half rations. No rations. You may not be starving yet, but I'll assure you, you will be. Okay, now I actually need my burglary squads up again. Right. It was housekeeping and burglary was the ones that were good. Housekeeping. Right. Housekeeping and burglary. I don't think anyone has burglary. At least nobody who's rested enough to make use of it. No. Okay. Damn it. I'll just pick a random squad then. Of the sorta, kinda, but not really rested. And send them out to get a little bit more resources, hopefully food. Half rations will eat 18.3, which means I've got at least another days worth of food. Like, I could eat something. Well, yeah, if you can find something to eat, you know, feel free. The diet today, as I'm sure you can understand, is somewhat lean. Clothes. We can't eat clothes, unfortunately. More clothes, well... At least we have plenty of cloth. That's nice. Oh, God. It's like, okay, everyone is pretty much injured at this point, so they're just gonna fucking have to eat the continuous injuries. There really is not a whole lot of choice in the matter. Okay, can I get rid of you for somebody else? Alright, there you go. There's a lot of micromanagement. Alright, double skull, eh? I don't know if I have the dudes for that. Hungry, shaken, injured. Injured, hungry. Injured, hungry, hungry. They're not doing so well, are they? Right, we're gonna have to pause before Penza. Right, did I do all of the work that needed doing whilst I'm at it? Do you have a stove? And do you have a stove? A stove, a stove. You do not have a stove. You need a stove. Squad 2, that's fine. You can go do that. And this car also needs a stove. Find the handful of men who are still not injured. There. And how many are exhausted? Nobody's exhausted. Okay, so we are sort of pseudo kind of ready. Right. How much food we got? 26. Okay. We'll give them full... Excuse me? Oh, so... Okay, so if you put them down to full rations, or half rations, once you put them back to full, they'll devour all of the food you didn't give them when they're on half rations. What, pray chance then, is the fucking point of half rations? Just to make it so they don't die, I guess, when they run out of food? That's mildly retarded. In fact, that's not only mildly retarded, that's really retarded. Oh, heavens help me. Okay. So there's really no point in moving them down to half rations then. Very well. That is a weird system that I don't approve of, but it is the system that it is. At least it'll take away the hunger effect, which I suppose is something. Right. Level up everyone I can. Dexterity seems like just the most effective one because it lets them shoot better, and shooting better is kind of important in a shooting war. Speed of heal, increase damage of protection mind. Effect of foreteller. I'm just going to focus on combat right now for relatively obvious reasons. Except for the healers, which I believe you're one of, maybe. Dex, 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 dex. Get better in a fight, get better in a fight. Right, and what about that whole level up thing? One available. So this guy is a rifleman. Level 3 rifleman. Fit, focus. Okay, so that doesn't actually unlock anything. It just gives them bonuses as far as I can tell. Movement sound is silenced. I mean, it's silenced anyway, so there doesn't seem to be a hard to point in that. Movement notice, default movement has sound or sound mode. Sound mode doesn't reduce movement speed. Okay, that's kind of nice. But I can unlock other abilities as well. Is there a reason for that? Controlled burst. Not necessarily, as far as I can see immediately. Right, do I have a full squad that I can actually deploy? Let's disband that again, create new squad. Let's see, I've got 2 machine gunners. Both cannot be deployed due to injuries. Alright, let's actually heal that, because I want the machine gunners, definitely. I've got my healer. Doctor train role. Can I actually give you the role of doctor on the train? No, presumably because I don't actually have a doctor hut. Alright, well, we'll bring you. Rifleman. Bring both of those. Grenadier. Scout. That leaves me 4 open slots. 3. Another doctor. 1. Okay. In which case... you... But let's use... grilled fish. Let's use a field kit on him. This guy's a bit tired. Can I... stimulants? Right, we'll give him a bit of stimulants too. Perk him up a little bit. Okay. Everyone is doing about as well as they conceivably can. Everything considered, which isn't necessarily saying much. Does that leave me with anyone that doesn't have a broken limb to, you know, drive the train? Yes. Alright, let's get to Penza then, where there'd better be some food. What? I just... Okay. Apparently that doesn't work. Oh god, I wish they would just show me who was available. Like, don't... If they're busy, take them away so that I can know, because I'm not going to remember all of these people. So he's unavailable. That guy's unavailable. Or are they? Apparently, Zero says no dead leopards so far. I'm confused. Me too. Need engineers, and apparently all of the guys are set to be resting during the night, so I can't actually get anyone except for the people who are already committed to, you know, battles. Okay, can you drive? Resting during the night. Okay, but what if you weren't resting during the night?
Fire is the answer.
What then? What if I forced you to do this because I literally don't have another option? I can't take somebody off the fucking... The UI's a bit of a nightmare, I have to say. Like, I can't... How... Oh, God, okay. And we're running out of food whilst I'm fiddling with this retarded nonsense. Because none of these guys can be brought on here without being on the fucking combat team. And the people who can, apparently, are resting through the night. What about these? That guy? Oh, it's the other fucking thing. That's the stokers, that's the drivers, right? My retardation. I still think the UI is absolute garbage, mind you. Alright. There better be food here. Fuel, metal, and cloth. And new soldiers. Good. That's what I need. More mouths to feed. You arrive in Penza, the first major city after Moscow. It seems that civil unrest has occurred here too. You notice the red flags fluttering high above a number of buildings. You're advised it approaches. We had hoped to get through Penza without encountering any conflict, Major, but as you can see from the abundance of flags, this city has sided with the Reds. The provisional government is attempting to negotiate safe passage with the Red Army, but these talks do not seem to be going well. Despite this, we must navigate our way through Penza in order to continue our journey to Vladivostok. Confrontation is inevitable. Our mission is to secure the station and surrounding areas. I have a report which suggests that the Reds have set up camp in a nearby cathedral. It would be wise to investigate this site and ensure there is nothing going on that could threaten our train. Penza is a big city. I wouldn't be surprised to find a few of our legionnaires here. Remember our orders, no one should be left behind. I suggest selecting only the best soldiers for this mission. Well, my best soldiers are the only soldiers I have, and deployed they shall be.
Myslíš, že kdybychom je slušně požádali, dovolili by nám v tom depu udělat nějaké opravy a vylepšení?
Ha! Skús ich presvedčiť svojim kúzlom osobnosti.
Tak dost. Rudí nás s vlakem nenechají ani projet. Musíme to nádraží obsadit. Takže se radši začneme soustředit na vyčištění nádražních oblastí.
Postarám se o to. Dobře, jdu tam.
You know what? No. I refuse to engage with the stealth mechanics. The stealth mechanics are dumb and gay and should not be in the game in the first place. Let's instead see how loud we can get and how quickly.
Tady se to rudými jen hemží. Asi by bylo dobré zůstat v utajení co možná nejdéle.
Keď sa schováme v kroví a vo vysokej tráve, neuvidia nás. A keď sa budeme pohybovať veľmi pomaly, nebudú nás počuť. Schovajte sa.
That is a bold-faced lie.
Potom ich prekvapte zozadu a
Concealment. Ah, okay. So it is specific bushes that make you difficult to see. Well, video game, too late for that.
Ano, pane.
Nepřítel.
There you go.
Můžete se
Shoot them, please. We're engaging with the stealth mechanic my way. The correct way. The only correct way. Good. That will bring them all coming to me. Remain in heavy cover and simply just kill them as they arrive. Nice and simple. There you go. Anything else? Anybody else? Anybody else? No? We done? Good. Oh no, there's another guy over there. Okay, I will engage in the stealth mechanics so long as I don't actually need to engage with them. So long as it's just a free kill, I'm willing to do it. A little bit. Boom, boom. You don't see me because I'm slightly out of your line of sight. There. And die. That's a fucking silent kill animation. They don't stab them, you know, they don't snap their neck or any of the classics, or, you know, just shove a knife in their lungs or anything. They just hit them with their rifle, and they fall over. I mean, it's effective, so I suppose I shouldn't complain.
Už idem. Poslouchám. Podívám se, co tam je. Poslouchám, pane.
Nothing else.
Připravenější už nebudu. Podívám se. Ano.
Where are all the bad guys? Well, there's one bad guy there.
Som tu.
How are you hungry already? You literally emptied the pantry 5 seconds ago, you fat shit.
Pozriem sa. Áno, pane.
Well, that's the dev of the team then.
Hlavně potichu.
No.
Útočím. Presúvam sa.
Stab him? No?
Ano, pane.
You are not much of a sniper, sir.
Útočím.
There we go. Enemy soldier successfully distracted.
Kryjem sa.
In the best possible way.
Vaše rozumiem.
God, I hope there's some food here. No, there's some clothing though.
Podľa rozkazu. Áno.
Ano. Postarám se o to. Ne.
Actually, you know what? I've got a better solution for this problem. There. A stealth kill. The other way.
Rozumím. Povídejte.
Food?
Postarám se o to.
Metal. Okay, well.
Ano, už jdu.
It's doubtably difficult to eat metal, but
Už jdu.
we might give it a go.
Jdu do krytu. Jsem rozumím.
Is it time for another stealth kill?
Ano, pane.
Where did you go, little Russian? Where did you go?
Podíváme se, co je uvnitř.
Oh, there you are. Come back, Bolshevik scum.
Ochutnej naši ocel. Dobře, potřebuju chvilku.
Oh, you tard. Stab him. Okay, well, this works too. Come and see here.
Povídejte. Zaujímám pozici.
Som tu.
This is a very creative way to make sure that you have cover advantage over the enemy. There.
Rozkazy. Měním pozici.
A very creative way to make sure you have cover advantage over the enemy, but a functional one.
Povídejte.
Myslím, že to byl poslední.
I feel like this is how the game is supposed to be played. Just abusing the ever-living shit out of the arcade stealth mechanics. And just ignoring the rest of it.
Už jdu.
Much better.
Čekám na rozkazy.
Postarám se o to.
Zde. Ano, pane.
Right, I guess we have successfully captured the station.
Ano, pane.
Oh, hello.
Ochutnej naši ocel.
Eat bayonet. Yeah.
Rozumím. Vypadá to, že jsme.
Oh, no, more of them. I don't have enough bayonets.
Už jdu.
Gosh darn it, my bayonet has not yet recharged. Do you have a bayonet? You have a bayonet. Okay. Go!
Čeká, dobře, jdu tam. Postarám se o to.
Nechce se mi věřit, že se vám to opravdu povedlo. Ale ještě to nekončí.
There you go.
Musíte ty rudé vyhnat. Avšak než se pokusíme o velký útok, bude třeba narušit jim hlídku a zásobovací linie.
Postarám se o to.
Before attempting a major offensive, but I thought I was supposed to be stealthy. What do you mean, major offensive?
Počúvam, presúvam sa.
Ah, well. I sure there's hope this major offensive will include some food.
Vaše rozkazy? Pozriem sa. Áno, pane.
Loot. The primary joy of any video game is picking stuff up.
Podívám se.
Ano, už jdu. Čekám.
A helpful civilian.
Ano, pane.
What do you want from me, citizen?
Legionáři, tady! Několik vašich kolegů nedaleko drží v zajetí. Jestli jim chcete pomoct, měli byste si pospíšit.
Přestože bychom se měli snažit tady nikoho nenechat, musíme vás vyzvat k opatrnosti.
Stealth kill.
Lidi nás budou očekávat. Pokus o záchranu bude riskantní.
Poslouchám, pane!
Very well. Free soldiers, I'll take it.
Moudrá volba.
Ano. Overím pozíciu. Rozumím.
Nothing there. A major offensive with my whole dozen soldiers. Yes, chat. In fact, I might even bring the ones from the train. That'll put us at a mighty strength of about 20 dudes, I think. Or actually, I'm lying. I don't think I have 20 dudes. I think I have 18 dudes or so. So, you know. Still, you know, that's a mighty offensive in of its own right in some certain respects and ways.
Rozkazy?
Zde.
Is that heavy cover? That is indeed heavy cover. Well, that sounds just great.
Připraven, pane.
Připraven.
Are you,
Ty prekliaté vlajky jsou úplně všade. Snad nebude nikomu vadit, keď ich zložíme.
Bude to vadit rudým. Ale
now,
hádám,
come
že
Russians.
o to tady jde.
Face death. Pom, 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 pom.
Poslouchám. Granát!
And a hand grenade.
Jdu do krytu.
Ah, yes.
Ano?
Stealth the way God intended.
Hledám kryt.
Ooh, cannon fodder. Good.
Čekám na přesně tak, pane.
Ano, jasná věc.
Come, friends. You too will soon be running towards bullets, screaming loudly.
Vypadají napůl mrtví. Stavíme se pro ně později.
What the fuck you mean they look half dead? They look fine to me.
Měním pozici.
Pussy ass shit bitches. It's like we're feeling a little bad. Well,
Vaše rozkazy, pane?
that's just too damn bad, but there's a war going on, in case you hadn't noticed.
Připraven.
We're staying neutral, you see, in this conflict of ours. And to remain neutral, it's very important that you come and fight with us against the Bolsheviks.
Jdu do krytu.
Okay, fine. This looks like an easy enough stealth approach to the point where I can be bothered with it. Okay, you be at the back of the formation. Because you have no hit points. You go stab him. And somebody with a rifle.
Hned tam budu. Já se o to postarám. Čekám na rozkaz. Rozumím.
Oh, the stealth. Alright, I'll take the ammo. I don't know if ammo is a resource yet. I've got 240 machine gun rounds. I'm not sure if I'm using them. I don't know if my dudes have ammo with them. I'm not actually sure. I don't think so. I haven't seen them reload or anything, and I don't really see anything that could look like an ammo counter. Oh, hi there. But I did think I saw something about that when I started a mission, so it might be that you need X amount of ammo to bring soldiers of a particular type on a mission. That would make a certain amount of sense. Oh. Nothing. Must have been the wind. Must have been more wind.
Hledám kryt. Ochutnej naši ocel.
Oh, yet more wind.
Měním pozici. Povídejte.
Must have been nothing.
Vidím nepřítele.
Ano, pane. Povídejte.
Oh yes, do take down the Bolshevik flags. That's very important.
Ano, pane.
We don't like the Bolsheviks very much, yeah.
Jsem připraven. Dobře, jdu tam.
What are you doing? Is that guy an enemy? I mean, he looks like an enemy. But he's also just kind of standing there waving. Okay, well, we shall employ our new and patented stealth kill technology against him.
Za republiku!
Připraven, pane.
Vpřed!
Luče pojďte.
Vidím nepřítele. Legioněry! Poslouchám. Jdu do krytu.
Jsem připravena.
Dobrá. Když jsou teď jejich hlídky a zásobovací linie narušené, můžeme plánovat útok na rudou základnu. Domníváme se, že se usadili v katedrále. Zvrácenost. Rádi se takhle bílým vysmívají. Útočit na samotnou katedrálu nemá smysl, ale měli bychom zlikvidovat jejich posádku. Buďte opatrní. Určitě jich tam bude spousta. Jak jinak by dokázali obsadit celé město?
There must be, and I'm still slightly confused as to why we're taking them on, but Lange insists that we take on the entire galaxy. Is that food? No, it's cloth. Jesus, these Russians must be awfully hungry.
Zaujímám pozici. Nepřítel. Připraven.
Right. First, deploy the satellites. Alright, there's more than 0 of them.
Postarám se o to. Granát!
Hup.
Připraven, pane. Rozumím. Vidím nepřítele.
Oh, darn, there were even more of them? Well, shit. Okay. Do I have enough riflemen to stealth kill all of them? I do! Okay.
Rozumím.
Ano.
Stealth kills ahoy.
Jsem připravena.
You stealth kill that one.
Jdu do krytu. Za republiku!
Ano, hned tam budu. Jdeme!
Ano, měním pozici.
There.
Čekám.
Ano, pane.
This stealth is way better.
Jsem připravena. Podíváme
And
se,
we
co
get
je
back the
uvnitř.
grenade I just used.
Povídejte. Dobře, jdu tam.
Myslím, že to byl poslední.
And I want whatever that is. Rifle ammo. Well, I don't know if that's valuable, but I'll take it.
Už jdu.
Připravit snad to
Give.
bude stát za to. Rozumím.
Another opportunity for a stealth kill. Oh, hold on.
Rozkazu.
I need 2 stealth killers for this one.
Jsem připravena. Hledám kryt.
Alright.
Hurá!
Stealth kill. Stealth kill.
Wee. Pozice je zajištěna. Zaujímám pozici. Jsem připravena.
I am enjoying that. Oh boy. Okay, what about the church then? The church is over there, and this is a big open square with no cover. Let's not cross the giant open square with no cover. That seems silly.
Zaujímám pozici.
Now, the Reds actually did take over churches and use them to store supplies for their army. This was a this was indeed a calculated insult against their opposition, because the Whites, of course, were religious, but the Bolsheviks were studiously not religious. In fact, a very big part of their whole their whole doctrine, etc., was specifically that they were not religious, and that religion was the opiate of the masses, essentially, and should be stomped down upon wherever possible. Darn. They spotted my stealth kill attempts.
Ano, pane.
Pane?
Zaměřuju.
You missed that guy there, buddy.
Jdu do krytu.
Povídejte.
You ran towards him yelling, but you didn't actually stab him, which I highly do recommend. Now, of course, the moment the Germans invaded, then Stalin was all like, "Oh yeah, no, we gotta fight together. The holy motherland, Mother Russia. Come on now, come on, those evil Germans. They don't understand religion like we do." Socialists. They change their tunes whenever convenient. Convenient. That was the word I was looking for.
Ano? Povídejte, hledám kryt.
Oh, that's a machine gun. Okay.
Čekám na rozkazy. Hážu granát.
Make it go boom, please. Thank you.
Poslouchám.
Actually, that machine gun was way less dangerous than I'd anticipated it being, honestly. Right. Are you about to try and take that machine gun? You better not. He's ringing the alarm bell. Stop him!
Nepřítel spustil poplach.
No. Well, never mind. An attempt was made.
Jsem připravena. Je to jen škrábnutí.
Rozkazy, pane!
Please kill him. Thank you. Took you a while, but you got it.
Budeš v pohodě.
Jsem připravena. Hledám kryt. Pozor, těžká zbraň.
Considering the sheer brutality of my advance up until this point, I am mildly surprised that we haven't had any casualties yet. Oh. You can see me over there, can you? Okay.
Ano?
I have a nasty suspicion that that can probably see me wherever I am right now. And if you have a rifle, you do. Come here.
Rozumím.
Nemůžu se dočkat, až uvidíme, co v tom depu mají.
Už jdu.
Or, alternatively, they could completely forget about me.
Vidím nepřítele.
Good boy.
Zaujímám pozici. Dle rozkazu.
Oh, can I just win now? I can. There you go. Metal.
Počúvam.
You know what? I can't eat metal, and so I don't care about the metal. Alright, who gets promoted today? You, and you did save their lives, so I guess you finally do get a medal. And you. Gosh darn it. Kill whilst undetected. That is not going to be happening, video game. With the station now secure, your train reaches your position. For a moment, the city is quiet. Your advisor explains the situation. You are facing a decision. The track here goes either south or north, and both lead to Vladivostok. Although we possess limited information, we know several of our trains have taken the southern railroad that connects Penza, Shelbyansk, and Omsk. Not all of these trains have reported back to the provincial government. It might mean they've broken down or that they've been ambushed. If we take this route, we can find what happened to them. If we choose the northern railroad, we'll first go to Yekaterinburg and then to Omsk. There are White Army battalions stationed there. This could improve our chances of avoiding confrontation with the Reds. Also, if some legionnaires took this route, they might be alive. There is a chance we'll find them. There is little difference between these options in terms of opportunities. Trading for food and fuel will be difficult no matter which way we go. We'll have to ration our supplies carefully. South. Let's hope you made the right decision. Omnius. Right, so I don't actually have any space for you guys, so, I guess you're just going to have to stay behind in, Russian captivity. And probably die a horrible, excruciating, long-term screaming death. I know that is exceedingly unfair, but, well, that's where we are. Hold on. Kraus, the communist. You stay behind and die an extended, excruciating death. And you're a cook. You can come with me. There you go. Fuck you. Now, I could simply just have expanded the railway carriage to accommodate them, but no. No, I don't think so. I think the communist gets to stay behind. That's what I think. Alright. So, 3.5 odd hours in? Some ideas and conclusions then, shall we? As I've now got a little bit of a decent idea of the game. I don't think this is a game for me. I think this is more of like a Battle Brothers kind of game, almost. As I do enjoy the scrounging part. I do quite enjoy that, but I feel like the combat part of the game seriously lets down the traversal part of the game. Because the traversal part of the game is pretty damn cool. You've got lots of specialized skills, you've got lots of specialized abilities, you upgrade your train, you get new trains, you get new train carts, etc. You need to ration out food, fuel, all of that stuff, and go on missions, scrounge forests, fish lakes, all of that. That is really cool. But the combat... If you engage with the stealth mechanics, which you do unlock some abilities later on, like the ability to throw a rock to distract someone, that's neat, but that is like, it's not enough stealth mechanics. Like, look at a game like Blades of the Shogun, for example, or Desperados or Commandos, right? You've got 24 mechanics, and those games are still balls hard and incredibly complex puzzles. Here, your ability is to hide in grass and to throw rock. When frankly, I feel like you would be able to sneak way better by just bringing 8 riflemen, honestly. Because if you bring 8 riflemen with bayonet charge, you use your scout to GPS drone hack the area so that you know where all of the enemy is, and then you go, down one, and there you go. So long as there isn't more than, 6, 7 individuals in a cluster, you'll literally yeet the entire group with bayonet charges instead. I feel like they could have dumped the entire... I guess the Czech Legion wasn't that stealthy either, honestly. Like, you could have some stealth missions, but to build every stealth missions around a game that doesn't really have a whole lot of stealth mechanics seems very silly to me. Instead, you'd probably be way better off by actually making this a bit of a more of a tactics and strategy game, instead of individuals, and I get why they give you individuals. It's because that way they can have names, you can actually, like, have their stories be told, etc. That's kind of cool, but give me a squad instead. Give me a sergeant with, like, 2 or 3 men, right? And let me actually do assaults like this against actual, like, genuine opposition. Not clear an entire town of, like, 30 Reds. Have me attacking with, like, 20, 30 guys against, like, 100, 200, right? That would be really, really, really cool. There's also certain things that are just extraordinarily circumstantial. Like, the machine gun is cool because it allows you to lock down an area, but beyond that, which again kind of like, okay, how do you play the game? Well, not via stealth. You activate everyone, and then you lead them back to your machine gun. The sniper, too, isn't a sniper. He's more like a stealther, really, which also feels a little bit disappointing. Like, the rifleman feels like the best character by quite some extent, because he can stealth kill and normal kill pretty gosh darn easily. And obviously hand grenades are fantastic too. The fact that you also don't have any sound mechanics, so everything revolves around the line of sight of the soldiers, also just makes the stealth feels really underwhelming, and really makes me wonder why the stealth is even in the game, frankly, beyond maybe a handful of missions, because I'm sure there were infiltration missions during the advance of the Czech Legion, right? Obviously. So you can absolutely have some missions that are more heavily focused on stealth, with maybe even like end states, or maybe with an enormous garrison that you'll wake up if you fail, stuff like that, right? And, like, I don't know, bear in mind, this is THQ Nordic, right? So there's going to be a certain limitations of resources, of course, but the spirit of the game deserves more than this. Because again, the traversal part is actually really interesting. The personalities of the individual characters is interesting. How all of the traits interact with the environment is really interesting. And then you get into combat, and it's super duper ultra mega basic. Where the stealth, which is again the primary focus, revolves entirely around cones. Moving cones. I do think that was a misallocation of resources and focus, in my opinion. Still, it's not, undermining the entire game. I do like the story. The live-action sequences, which I haven't seen a lot of, I'm actually, maybe we'll see some more if I continue here. Actively hunting you, the risk of staying in one place for long, and no problem you have to consider. Okay, so you can no longer just park and do stuff. The Red Army will actually come and eat your ass. And you get a fresh new car. Well, a kitchen car, obviously, then. Not that we have any food to actually put in it, but a kitchen car. Oh, you can buy and sell train cars, too. I mean... oh, yes, give me that, I guess. Like 8,000, 12,000, 14,000. Yeah, I don't think I can afford any of these by any stretch of the imagination whatsoever, actually. But thank you for the for that car, at least, right? No more, like, live-action cutscenes? That's a bit disappointing. I was kind of hoping for more of those. Honestly, this section looks like it has better pickings than the previous one, which is something. Would I recommend the game? From sheer novelty, I would probably say yes. For the simple reason that I don't think there are any other games about the Czech Legion than this. So if you're Czech, then definitely. If you're interested in this particular part of history, absolutely. If you're interested in it for the combat gameplay or the stealth thing, no, there's not a whole lot of meat on that particular bone. But the traversal in and of itself does hold certain charms too. They should have leaned more deeply into the narrative storytelling aspect of it, I think. Maybe focused a bit more on the cutscenes. Maybe even gotten some reenactors together to do some, like, battle scenes so that you can have some nice, like, cutscene stuff after Penza, for example. I do have several... I do pick up a lot of cloth. I could probably just sell a lot of stuff now, honestly. Well... Can I? Yes, okay. Well, I mean, it's money. It's money. Well, actually, no, it's not money. He doesn't have enough... He doesn't actually have enough money to pay me for that. There you go. Alright, I'm still poor as shit, but that was some money. Homeblood Traveler, doing his $5, thank you very much. Good evening, Arch. Really enjoyed your video about Bethesda's Starfield damage control Blitzkrieg on Steam. Seems utterly pointless. Worse than pointless. It seems
fire is the answer.
Damaging. Straight up. Damaging. Like, you should not be allowing a company to be putting de facto advertisement, false advertisement, even worse, underneath people's reviews. Like, no. Straight up.
Fire is the answer.
And Muckwild11 for 50 Checky Buckies. Thank you. I completely missed this game. Thank you for finding it and presenting it. You're very welcome. If I have a final numerical evaluation, I would say 6.5 out of 10. I don't think it stretches all the way to a 7, 6.5, because one half of the gameplay is just not very interesting, which is a big downside. It runs perfectly fine, though. The UI could definitely need some updating. Like, again, if I'm going into the train and I'm trying to figure what to do, right? You should actually. Can I leave? Can I? Right there. Like when I'm going in here and I'm trying to do something, it should give me a list of only applicable people You know, if I want to see somebody who isn't applicable, you should then need me to click something. So up here, for example, it should be only people who are currently free, and then organized by health, alphabetical, rank, morale, stamina, etc., right? That would make more sense. Rat infestation? Is that what ate, like, half my food all of a sudden? Because that was rather mean. That was rather terrible, in fact. Graphically, the game is nothing to write home about. It's, like, mid-2000s graphics at best. The visual presentation, though, the UI design, I quite like. Because you see the general outline there, right? The golds and the blacks work very well off each other. It doesn't feel cluttered, and it still feels moody and interesting. Like you're moving through the enormous vastness of mysterious Russia, you know? That's quite good. The resources themselves are easily readable, which is good. You have no idea what to actually value, but that's all of these games, as you will actually have no actual clue until you've actually checked it out, you know? Also, I would have loved to have seen that icon a little bit earlier, as I think the rats have eaten 24 food. Those are some big-ass motherfucking rats. Those rats eat as much food as 18 fully grown men. Those rats are the size of dogs. And they've gone through my food supply frighteningly quickly. Oh, there it is. That tiny little icon up there. So yeah, I think that about sums it up, honestly. A Wonderful Galaxy says they need to add women with big mommy milkers. They okay. Will instantly be a 7 out of 10. Maybe. At least to V, it would. So, one final little thing before we wrap up right now. I do need to remember to raid someone too, but other than that... what did that little Todd Burger name himself today then? Ah, there we go. Okay. Alright, so as some of you may know at this point, little old Kib managed to get himself a strike and so can't stream for a week on YouTube. Probably because he did something pornographic on stream. You know Kib, he's weird like that. But he will be streaming still on Rumble. Let me find the thing here and I'll show you the Rumble page. There we go. So the Bickering Bunch on Rumble. So if you're wondering where Kibbs is, he said naughty words on YouTube, and he is currently being fiercely punished by the YouTube gods. That's what's happening with him. So he'll be out of commission for about a week or so before returning after his strike, which was undoubtedly again for sexual abuse, I'm assuming. Something along those lines. Something vile and disgusting, no doubt. Probably his gameplay of that furry porn game, I think. It leaked its way onto YouTube. That's probably it. Let's see who's streaming today, as we can't raid Kibbs due to him being in prison, but I'm sure there's somebody else, maybe. There isn't, is there? No. Well, I made an effort. Until next time, then, everyone, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you for your generous donations, as always, of course. And I don't know if there'll be Zomboid on Rumble tomorrow. I haven't asked, but if there is, then now you know the Rumble channel where it will be. All right. Have a good night, everyone.